Hello, everybody. I forgot that I muted my mic for the intro. How's it going, everybody? Hello there. My name is Harry Rice. I usually am reviewing games for the Montreal Canadiens. However, today we are not here because the Canadiens are not playing. However, the Canadiens are involved in this. I'm trying to get my finger. There we go. But yeah, boys. So we have. Sorry, I'm just gonna close the most mysterious song on the internet. So yeah, boys, we are here for the 2023 NHL Draft Lottery. I'm going to get to your comments in a second, boys. We got a lot of you guys in here. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you guys for holding on for the 3 minutes. Yeah, so Oakley's saying he's black and back. That's good to know. Suns is going to come. Hell yeah. Nikki's saying starter Suns won't stop. Well, I started Nikki. The music. Hey, Nikki, I'm glad you like the music. Hey, Heinz, how's it going, my guy? I've been shaking all day. Jacob, honestly, me too. Not literally, but just in my insides, it just felt like, oh God, we're near. And we are near. We are Maddie Benear. That was bad, I'm sorry. We are near the start of the draft lottery. It's taking place today. I just realized, boys, I should probably try and get some like background music. I don't know. If you guys can let me know, by the way, how does the stream look? How does it sound? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone so I can have, so I'm just using my data. But yeah, boys. So yeah, we are, I'll try and get some background music in a minute if you guys want. Nikki with the Heinz. What's up, Harry? Hey, Gabriel, how's it going, my guy? Prediction, Columbus number 1 and Detroit number 2. Honestly, I could see that. I don't want it because I don't want, well, actually, no, I kind of do want it because Detroit drafts the bust Adam Fantilli more than likely. But yeah, I don't want Bedard to Columbus. I want to grow the game of hockey, but we don't need to grow it to Columbus. Oh, God. So Anaheim, San Jose, Montreal, top 3 is Heinz. Heinz, I think Montreal can only make the top 3 if Ottawa wins number 1 or number 2. There's some weird stipulation that Montreal has like a 0.3% chance to win 3rd overall. It's weird. It's dependent on the Senators pick, I think. Dominic, how's it going, my guy? Hey, let's go, Dominic. Glad you'll be doing some Vegas and Edmonton. Let's go, man. Hell yeah. Harry, where's Draft Lotto? Fazio, it's on ESPN if you're in America. That's the feed I'm watching. Because I have ESPN Plus, totally not illegally watching, totally watching legitimately. But in Canada, it's on, I believe, Sportsnet, and I think TSN. I don't know. I know for sure it's on Sportsnet, though. Harry, where's Draft? Oh, I just read that. My Caps only have a 6% chance. Yes, they do, Dom. Yes, they don't. Yes, they do. They finished. I was gonna look it up, but no, I have it right here. They have their 8th overall. They only have a 6% chance to get 1st overall. What I was gonna do, by the way, boys, for the odds section, I was gonna put the odds to just win the lottery, to win lottery overall. But it was complicated because I would have had to calculate it 1st and 2nd, and then some teams had 3rd. I was like, yeah, no, just 1st overall. I'll make it the easiest way to explain it. So yeah, Fazio's not on Sportsnet. Try TSN then. Because keep in mind, they're showing Game 2 of Vegas and Edmonton. Keep in mind, Fazio, that doesn't start till 8:30. So they might just be showing, they're showing Game 2. Keep in mind, Fazio, Draft Lottery doesn't start until 8. So, depending on where they are, if they're in the 1st or 2nd, then yeah, no, they're showing Game 2 until 8:30. If they're in the 3rd period already, or starting the 3rd, then yeah, more than likely they'll get the draft lottery at 8. Keep in mind, it's always a few minute delay. There's always a few minute delay anyway. They say it starts at 8, but it'll start at 8:05, maybe 8:10, for example. So you got that. The fuck is on your head, Suns? It is a kind of thing that was given out. It's kind of a headband thing that was given out in 2009 for the 100th anniversary of the Montreal Canadiens, the red, white, and blue. You'll see it sometimes at games. I've got one because I think I got it at a yard sale. Yeah, and I figured, hey, I don't want to wear a Habs hat. I want to be crazy. So yeah, if we get the second overall pick with it, if we get the second overall pick, I'll be fine with it because I genuinely think Hughes and company will pass on Fantilli. Honestly, Gabriel, I'd be fine with that. I would more than likely be fine if we pass on Fantilli at number 2. If it's, say, a Matvei Michkov or Leo Carlson or Will Smith, for example, I'd be more than fine with that, as long as we pass on Fantilli at number 2. Obviously, if you get number 1, okay, well, Montreal's got Connor Bedard, and then my Caulfield jersey is going to have to get a buddy this Christmas, more than likely. Fazio, yeah, there you go. It starts at 8. Exactly, there you go, Fazio. I probably should have put somewhere. Should I make a text that it starts at 8? I should probably do that. If it gets to the 5th spot and the draft hasn't changed, my Gabriel, me too, man. If it started and it's like number 6 is the Arizona Coyotes and it's like, oh my god, nobody's changed yet, and it gets number 5 and it somehow lifts up to be San Jose, dude, ooh, that would be. Oh, Lucas, fuck, I'm not logged in. Shit. Okay, actually, let me real quick. Let me get on the stream because I can pin that comment, Lucas. I'll pin your comment. I didn't think of pinning a comment, but yeah, I'll pin your comment that the draft starts at 8. I'm actually gonna mute YouTube so I don't hear duplicates of myself. By the way, boys, how does the stream look again? How's it sound? Okay, it doesn't look terrible. It could look worse as well. Ventili's gonna become a star. Every time we call him a bust, he wins a cup. Oh well, goddamn sons. I guess he's gonna win 35 cups then, or at the very least. You think Habs trade their first for Lafreniere? Hines? No chance. No chance. I think if the Rangers get anything for Lafreniere from the Canadiens, it's probably a 3rd-round pick, Matthias Norlinder, maybe a 2nd-round pick, probably next year, 2nd-round pick, Matthias Norlinder, and maybe another prospect. The Rangers seem to like their overpaid, overrated players, so maybe they would do Mike Hoffman's contract as well. But I don't think we're trading our first for Lafreniere. There's no chance at it. And yeah, like Lucas said, or Jeff Sokol, sorry, like you said, Draft Lottery does start at 8 p.m. EST, which I believe is 7 p.m. Central and 5 p.m. Pacific. I might have gotten those two reversed, but if you're in the time slot, you know, probably. So yeah, if Arizona or Philly gets Benson, I'm killing myself. Damn, Fazio, that's harsh. Hines, yeah, exactly. We aren't trading a top 7 pick for Lafreniere. And we aren't doing Florida's pick either, because that is probably going to be a Doc-esque player, which is not Lafreniere. I'd be more willing to bet on Capocaco, if anything. I know this is the draft lottery, but Harry, what do you think about them Leafs? Honestly, Gabriel, I think it was incredible. They somehow got out of the first round. The fact they're now down 3-0 in the second round, though, is admittedly very, very funny. It is very, very funny. If the Habs trade their first for Lafreniere, Habs become the league meme, but the Habs could actually... Suns, definitely, they could. The only issue with drafting Lafreniere is we already have so many good left wingers. Jurasovsky. Caulfield was playing there last year. I feel like we'd want to try him out there more, but I don't know if we'd really want to keep him there. Josh Hurd, we have Harvey Pinard. Yeah, we have a lot of really solid guys who can play on the left wing. I don't know if I mentioned Sean Farrell, but Sean Farrell. Yeah, I mean, we could turn Lafreniere into a star, but it's at the behest of someone else. Obviously, Caulfield can go back to the right wing, for example. I believe Waugh can play the center spot, and Farrell can also play right wing. So I could see us maybe working with, say, Slavkovsky, Harvey Pinard, and Lafreniere at the left wing. But I don't know if I'd want to take that risk on Lafreniere. I know we took that risk on Doc and it paid out, but it's not always going to pay out the way that you might want or the way that you expect, for example. So even then, I wouldn't trade if we end with 5th overall, for example. I would not want to trade 5th overall for Lafreniere unless the Rangers end up picking, say, Matvei Mishkov and he never signs with the Rangers and hits free agency. I'd like that because then the Rangers get literally nothing. but yeah, no, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to deal I wouldn't want to deal 5th overall to the Rangers for Lafreniere. Even Florida's pick, I don't think I'd want to give that one up for Lafreniere either. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, Faggio, who still uses Mountain Time, honestly? Which player in this draft is most likely to pull a Shane Wright and fall? Honestly, Faggio, I know this is the easy answer, but this is probably just the simplest. Matvei Mishkov. Now, I don't think it's going to be because of an attitude or he's not seen at the draft as that big first overall talent like he was in the preceding year leading up to the draft. But I genuinely think Michkov's Russia situation will cause him to fall. Like I said, I know it's the easy answer. Oh, Michkov's going to fall. But I absolutely do think that Michkov does become that one player, if there's one like Shane Wright this year, that drops, and not drops hard necessarily, but I think... Oh, other than Michkov, obviously. Oh, God, Faggio, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people saying, like, David Reinbacher could be, like, a top 10 pick. Let me look up a mock draft. My NHL draft, that's what I want. Oh god, why did I zoom it in that? I don't know who Nate Davidson is. He's projected at 11th. I don't know why. I see Reinbacher falling. Now, whether it's to 17 and Montreal picks him there, for example, or he falls into the later first round. I like Reinbacher, But for some reason, I feel like I see Ryan Backer falling a little bit. Matt Tveit to the Caps. Honestly, Sons, I would like that. I would kind of be fine with Michkov going to the Capitals, playing with Ovechkin, hopefully playing with Ovechkin. That would be awesome. Or at the very least, becoming the next Ovechkin, which I think he could. Maybe not all-time goals leaders like Ovi will be, but I think it'd be nice to see Michkov on the Capitals. It'd be cool. Obviously, I'd love him on the Canadiens if we stay at 5, for example, or if we pick him with 17 or second round if he's still there somehow, but I would like that. That would be really, really cool. Laf plays second line on the Habs. Exactly, Sons, because again, you either have Caulfield, who still plays there on the left wing, or Slafkovsky turns into what he was. There's a reason he was picked first overall. Don't let him being a literal teenager, 18 years old, being in the NHL fool you. He will develop well. But yeah, no, regardless of who you have at left wing, again, even like Harvey Pinard, for example, or Joshua or Sean Farrell, if one of those guys steps up, Laf might even be reduced to the third line. Because I was talking about this with some Rangers fans on Twitter today, and then the Rangers fans were saying, Lafreniere does not have that one element to his game that is explosive. He's just overall decent. You know, he doesn't have one aspect to his game that's absolutely explosive. And I mentioned the reason that he dominated was because he played in the QMJHL, which is the easiest of the 3 CHL leagues to dominate. And people have brought this up time and time again, and I've agreed with them. It's so easy to dominate the QMJHL, especially compared to the OHL and the WHL, because the skill level is so much less. So much less. Yes, so much less, definitely. No, so much... the skill level is so much lower compared to the OHL and the WHL that it's easy to dominate that Liga, I think. That SM Liga, definitely. Polo Will Levi, I do not follow NFL at all, Flaggio. If you could explain that to me, that'd be appreciated. Cameron Allen will fall. I could see that, Hines. That could be interesting. Matt Tveit to the Caps would be sick. Yes, it would, Flaggio. It absolutely would be. Michkov and last year Washington draft got into a fight at the end. Did he, Derek? At the under 14? Oh, Michkov and last year's Washington draft pick got into a fight at the under 14 when they were in the U14s. Really, Derek? Derek Lefebvre, thank you very much for coming by. Really, that'd be interesting. Yo, Harry, I'm gonna listen to you while I studied. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, my guy. That's really awesome. Thank you, my guy. I much appreciate that a lot, actually. I really appreciate that. Harry, I think that, yeah, Nate Danielson, Brendan Weekings, yeah, I think I said Nate Davidson. Yeah, Nate Danielson is who I was talking about, yeah. I'm sorry, I would take this off, but I just realized I don't have a hat. Shit, I don't have a... I should have kept the hat because I don't want to wear this for the entire goddamn stream. And of course, Heartsy says, "Yo, what's up? Love the hat. Thank you, Heartsy. I appreciate it." Actually, what I am gonna do though, real quick, boys, is I'm gonna open my window. You guys can see how thick I am, but I'm gonna open my window. Does not smell bad out there. That's good. But yeah, I'm gonna open my window. So yeah, so it at least permeates the sweat that I'm having for wearing this goddamn jersey and this hat. Damn, boy, you thick. Thank you, Sons. Am I thicker than a plate of oatmeal, though? That's the big question. If you guys know that, I love you. Sorry. Thanks for the free content to listen to. No problem, John Speed. It does not have to be free, though. If any of you guys would like to donate, there's a made donations goal of $25. I was expecting to stream a little bit more. I think I've only streamed twice this month. However, if you would like to donate, there's a PayPal link and there is a Streamlabs link. If you want your, actually, I think it should show up, right? Yes, I do have an alert box there where if you donate and you would like for it to pop up on stream, use the Streamlabs link. It'll come up. If you don't want it to come up or whatever, just use the PayPal. You'll just have to say in the chat, Harry, look at PayPal, blah, 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 blah. You guys know that. But, yeah, you guys know that. Thank you, Fajo. I'm glad you like the transition, man. Dude, that is... I'm actually proud of that, boys. That was a really good transition. Thank you, John Speed, for that. Thank you, John Speed, for the great transition. I appreciate that. Sons, I don't know. Just something feels right about Lafreniere on the Habs. Sits right with me. I get that, Sons. I'd hope. Like, if we do trade for him, obviously, I'd hope he pans out. I hope he becomes the superstar he was supposed to be. That'd be awesome. But it's weird. I don't know if I see Lafreniere. I don't know if I want Lafreniere on the Canadiens. Again, because we have so many left-wingers already that he would almost, like I said, permeate on the third line. If he's lucky, maybe second line. But, dude, Sons, if Bedard somehow fell to second, that would be crazy. Laff and Suzuki. Honestly, Hines, I don't know if Lafreniere would be on that first line. Obviously if we get, say, Connor Bedard, then yeah, Nick Suzuki might end up falling to the second line if you really don't want to stack that top line and give your team depth. Boston. But yeah, I maybe then Lafreniere and Suzuki play, but if we don't get, say, Connor Bedard, maybe I guess Dubois, but is Dubois really going to take over Suzuki for that first line center spot? I don't know. Will Levis was once projected as high as second overall in the NFL draft, projected in the range of 2 to 8, and he fell to the second. Bro, Faja, who took him? Harry, you have to wear it. It's a good look charm. I will. That's why I just opened the window, Heinz. That's why I opened the window, because if you guys want me to wear it, I'll wear it. I am a man of thy people. I am a man of the people. If you guys want me to wear this fucking hat, I will wear the hat. I don't even know if it's technically a hat, more a headband, but whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to get the only thing I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get the Habs logo centered on my giant ass forehead. There we go. How about them bums, the Bruins? Yes, indeed, Heinz, man. Abso-fucking-lutely. Those bums, the Bruins, man. They're up 3-1 in the series. Set the all-time record for wins in a season, all-time record for points in a regular season. And then they're out in the first round to the goddamn Florida Panthers. I wish I could have said I called it, but I had Boston in 4. Shit. Not oatmeal, but cream of wheat. I will take that, Heinz. That's still pretty thick. I will gladly take that. I got blue... Oh, I got blue balled. John Speed, you can just stop there, and that's perfect. No, I got blue balled. I'm not laughing at you, officer. I got blue balled. It's just the funniest way you could start the goddamn sentence. I got blue balled. I thought I was going to the Oilers game tonight, and then plans changed. And aw, shit. So I'm not happy. Aw, John Speed. I'm sorry about that, my guy. But hey, you gotta watch me. There's nothing better than that, right? No, seriously, my guy, you know, try to make the best of it. You can watch the game at home, turn your goddamn speakers up as if you're actually there, do some fun shit, get some drinks, get some snacks, get a fancy little poofy chair, and then squeeze yourself right in there as if you're actually at the game, because packed like sardines in there. Just you do whatever you can, make yourself feel like you're at the game. Fazio with the W transition. Thank you, Fazio. Appreciate it. Someone's got to donate for that transition, by the way, a couple minutes ago. Could you imagine if Flaps turns into first Suns? If that happens, genuinely, as much as I would go insane if the Canadiens somehow get first overall in this draft, boys, they're playing the Flex Seal commercial. They're playing the Flex Seal commercial right now on ESPN. Sorry, Flex Tape. They just played the Flex Tape commercial on ESPN. That is elite. But yeah, if he somehow turned into that first overall talent, legitimately, I would be just mwah. I would be so happy. Tennessee, thank you, Fazio. That is a W move by the Tennessee Titans. What in the Indian orphan fuck are you wearing? Sporty, I am wearing, and I just realized I should probably check, God damn it, Sons. Sons, I just saw your message. God damn it, thank you, Sons. Yeah, there we go, Sons told me to look at HHSL, I just did. Thank you, Sons. I just so happened to look, because I was trying to see if someone called me, because I just realized, I should probably look. Thank you, Sons, I appreciate it. But Sporty, this is a headband for the Canadiens that was put out in 2009, not sponsored by Renault Depot. I don't even know if they're a thing anymore. I haven't seen one in 3 years. But, Sons, yeah, we do need to buy a Harry fan. The May donations goal will now go towards a fan for me. No, guys, don't worry. We have fans. We just haven't taken them out yet. Actually, the house is usually the house actually gets really, really cool in the summer. We have air conditioning, so I don't think I even need a fan then technically. But it's still, it gets very nice, and the wind is actually feeling really nice on me right now. Jets will win first overall trust. Maybe the New York Jets, but I don't know about the Winnipeg Jets, man. I don't know about that. I know the Panthers would make it. I knew the Panthers would make it and win the cup, which sucks for us. I mean, Heinz, it kind of does, but again, it depends on... I think if they beat the Leafs and get to the Stanley Cup Finals, I think the pick is not 17th overall, but I think if they still make the conference finals and lose, for example, I think we still get 17th overall. I think... It might be if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals that we don't get 17th overall. I forget, but definitely would suck for us. But I am a partial Panthers fan. You guys might know this. I think for the past couple of years, I've had Panthers at number 2 or number 3 on my favorite teams list. So I'd be happy if they won the cup. That'd be awesome. I'm going like what Suns is going for, a Panthers and Kraken finals, because oh boy, the chaos. But yeah, I had Boston in 7. But after the Leafs won in Game 6, I told my entire family, all Leafs fans, that I'd rather play Boston than Florida, and all of them disagreed with me. Really? Wow. Wow. After the Leafs won in Game 6, I told the entire family that I'd rather play Boston than Florida. That is sick, Gabriel. That is really funny, admittedly. That is really funny. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel. I like that. I'm glad they all disagreed with you. I'm glad they all did, man. What time the draft lotto start? Yes, Derek. It is supposed to start at 8 p.m. The actual broadcast for the draft lotto technically starts at 8 p.m. I want to say that it's probably going to start a couple, I was going to say a couple hours. Jesus, no. Probably 5 minutes after the hour. I'd assume probably 8:05, maybe 8:08, around there. I'd assume probably give it a couple minutes to let the people come in, and yeah, so yeah. I'd assume technically it starts at 8, but the actual getting to the picks is probably it's gonna start at 2 hours after 8. Not super long, but just a little bit after. But no, I'd probably say around 8:05, maybe 8:10 is when they're gonna probably actually start pulling out the slabs of cardboard or styrofoam. I don't know what they use for those. I'm gonna say slabs of cardboard technically. I just looked, Suns. If Florida beats Toronto, the 17th goes to 29th, 32nd. Thank you, Gabriel. Well, in that case, god damn it. God damn it. Well, shit. Thank you very much, Toronto. You fucked up again. Watch Bedard end up in Chicago or Montreal. Honestly, Mad Mike, I'd be fine with Montreal. And I don't think I would care about Chicago, honestly. Not like I wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't mind it, I mean. Like, I don't think I'd mind Bedard in Chicago. I'd obviously want him in Montreal. In case you can't tell, kind of a Canadiens fan here, but I wouldn't mind him in Chicago. I wouldn't mind him in probably Anaheim, Chicago, just because of the potential of playing with Erik Karlsson, San Jose, and honestly Arizona. Like, as much as people are gonna say, oh, draft lottery's rigged, blah blah blah, all this and whatever with Arizona if they win the draft lottery, I genuinely wouldn't mind them winning. Like, him to play with, say, guys like Logan Cooley. I'm going to say David Reinbacher. I mean, who knows? Phoenix could take Reinbacher at 12, for example. But whoever they play with, I wouldn't mind that. I agree with Hines, what he just said. Bedard as a jacket would suck. He's kind of the only team, him and the Flyers, the Blue Jackets and the Flyers are kind of the only teams that it's like, yeah, I don't think I'd want Bedard going to those teams. It's more of a, like I said, it's more of a just, Blue Jackets need to be held back. Philly, he wouldn't be played by Tortellini, so yeah, Bedard, Tortorella, obviously. I've said Tortellini is a meme on this channel. I can't even tell you for how long, but I just have. So yeah, fuck Chicago. You could probably say that. Yeah. Seattle and Florida, exactly, Suns. That's the final where can both teams please win the cup? Can they both get a turn to lift the cup? Like, they both deserve it. That is true, Sporty. 8:20. I think the drawing happens at 8. That would make sense, Sporty, if the drawing actually happens at 8. And 8:20, yeah, they're gonna talk with GMs and Bedard. They're gonna give each GM a minute, like, oh, who would you pick if you win the lottery? And it's like Connor Bedard. Like, who else is there to pick? Is the rest of do we even have a full draft this year? Is it not just the first overall pick? No, but no, yeah, they're gonna, like you said, Sporty, they're gonna talk with GMs. They're gonna give Bedard a couple minutes. It honestly wouldn't surprise me. It's like 8:20. They have the like 16 through 5, and then the top 4 picks are all after a commercial break or something, or 16 through 6. Then after a commercial break, you get the top 5. I'd like to see the Yotes or the Canucks get Bedard. Sporty, honestly, I would like the Yotes as well. The Canucks would not be a bad fit at all. That would not be bad at all. I would like that, actually. Bedard as the Duck would go hard. Yes, it would, John Speed. Definitely. Yeah, I think it'll be Anaheim. I wouldn't mind Anaheim, like I said. I actually think it'd be helpful, because I think Anaheim could honestly challenge for a playoff spot. Any of these teams, except, Chicago and Philly, just because fuck Philly, and Chicago just kind of lacks the depth right now. You add Bedard to a majority of these teams, they're a playoff team next year. More than likely, they are absolutely a playoff team, for sure, in my opinion. Hey, let's go, John Speed, talking to Hines. Columbus could be scary. Exactly, Suns. And exactly, I was going to point that out. They don't have goaltending. I like Merzlikins. I think Merzlikins is the one they kept. Korpisalo is the one in LA. I like Columbus's team on paper, like you mentioned. It's just, can they perform? Can they live up to the expectations? Because I don't think anybody had them being this bad, as bad as they were this season. I think a lot of people said Okay, Columbus might be just out of the playoffs, you know. They'd be maybe sub 500. I don't think anybody expected them to completely fall off the way that they just did. Yeah. By the way, boys, it is almost 8 o'clock. It probably is 8 o'clock when you're seeing this just because of the lag. If you guys cannot spoil the draft lotto in the chat whenever it does happen, that'd be appreciated. Because who knows, when I'm at 7, it might be number 5, and for example, it's San Jose, you guys saying, oh my god, Canadians moved up, blah, 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 whatever. And I would prefer to not have that spoiled, so yeah. I just want to point that out. Question with Connor Bedard is, does he play on the wing or the center? Derek, I would think for a majority of teams he plays on the center. If he goes to a team like Montreal or maybe even Phoenix, actually, I don't know. I could see him playing the center or the wing. I would think if Bedard is, say, on Montreal, I would think he goes to the left wing. Arizona, I would think maybe right wing. I don't know if Bedard's one of those guys where he can play all 3 forward positions or if he's just center left wing, for example. But it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up playing the wing in depending on the situation he goes to, obviously, like I said. But then again, given that Connor Bedard, I think going into next year will be a top 5 player in the National Hockey League already out of the draft. That's a bit of a hot take, but I stand by it. I would think that you just move whoever's at the center spot to the wing and you play Connor at center. Cameron, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Bedard is a Canucks fan. Oh, is he, sons? That poor Connor Bedard. Poor Bedard, man. That would be cool, though, for sure, sons. That would be cool. Anaheim would... Honestly, John Speed, yeah, I think in the next decade, it would be Montreal and Anaheim in, like, 4 cup finals within the next decade, more than likely. That is true, sons. I'm going to try and, like, speed run through these comments. But, yeah, Chicago does kind of like everything when you think about it. Bedard in a Philly jersey, exactly, Cam. Bedard, Torteri, and Trevor Zegras would be dangerous, man, Mike. Abso-freaking-lutely. It would absolutely be insane. Chicago just lacks a hockey team. Exactly, Sporty. Exactly. Kat, how's it going? Thank you for coming by. No, like Kat said, nobody cares about the Hurricanes, so we don't really need to talk about Carolina. Or, excuse me, Hartford. Ducks have no defense there. I don't know, Heinz. Like John Speed said, they have Mintyukov, Drysdale, Zellweger. They have some pretty good defensive prospects, and we've seen teams be shockers out of nowhere. So it wouldn't surprise me if a team like Anaheim ends up surprising with Connor Bedard on the roster. Nobody cares about the Canes, exactly, sons. Young kids with no experience, they don't have a playoff roster. There's a reason the Ducks are asked. Well, Heinz, again, keep in mind, who were they dressing? What was their roster looking like? Did they not have Nathan Beaulieu on a good majority of their games? John Speed, they should re-sign Klingberg. Well, I would say they should, as if they didn't trade him to Minnesota. I would say they should have if they didn't send him to Minnesota. After he goes to free agency. Oh, I see. Honestly, that would be half decent, John Speed. I could maybe see that happening again. If Vancouver gets Bedard, it's rigged. I could see why you say that. Okay, why is my ESPN lagging? Sorry, boys. I'm just trying to load up my stream again. Okay, there we go. We've got Connor Bedard. So just to let you guys know, there's a old white man in a gray suit and a really nice white beard talking about Bedard. They just showed already well decorated. So I'm just trying to sync up with you guys, I guess. Klingberg was invisible. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, sons. Besides Zegras, sons, who did they have in Anaheim? Who did they really have last year that you could pass to or get passes from? Who did Anaheim really have aside from Zegras and Terry? Because that's kind of it. If Vancouver gets Bedard, I'll donate to the Harris Get a New Hat Fund. Thank you, Heinz. I appreciate it. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate that a lot. Watch Bedard be Cameron. There is a 0% chance. There is a -% chance that Bedard becomes a bust. Yes, man, Mike. It is the ESPN US broadcast I'm watching. Actually, what I will do is I actually think I am going to go to the Sportsnet feed. Yes, there's a version that I like. Yeah. So sorry, boys. Yeah, I'm going to watch the Sportsnet feed. Oh, let's go. We got Elliot Friedman, baby. Let's go, baby. Terry's good. Oh, yeah, there we go, sons. Oh, fuck. But Sporty, I don't even know who the hell that is. Hosting us on ESPN is awesome. Oh, I might. I see that's Buki Gross. I don't know who that is, but. Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm not going to get copyrighted by Sportsnet. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I don't know how well you guys can hear this, by the way. I really hope you guys can hear it very well. But, yeah, we're hearing from Elliot Friedman right now. I'm going to ask you guys right now in the chat, who do you guys see winning the 2023 NHL Draft Lottery? Could it be Anaheim, you got Columbus. Are you a biased Habs fan? And you got Montreal winning. They've got the cards, Sporty. All right, guys, I'm gonna. Okay, there we go. We're in full screen. So, guys, I'm gonna have to respectfully ask you guys to not spoil anything in the chat. St. Louis, Sun says the Habs. Cameron says St. Louis. That would be interesting, actually. Sporty, if they've got the cards already, what I'm gonna do, by the way, boys, is and commercial. Okay, Sporty, I'm guessing you're watching on ESPN. So what I'm gonna do is I actually am gonna go back to the ESPN feed, just because I think that the ESPN feed might be a bit ahead. Oh, yep, those are the cards. Yep. Okay, so we're about a minute behind, boys. So, oh god, they've already got the cards. They've already got the cards, which is really surprising. Habs make me wait with Bedard. They have to get him. Suns, I really hope they do. Arizona can't even get Bedard. What a poverty franchise. I agree. Just think, boys. Look at the draft sheet here. Just think, boys. There's a minor chance Arizona could land first and second overall. Think about that, boys. What would you do if Arizona somehow got first and second? I think most of us would just rage quit the NHL for a little bit. Mad Mike says Anaheim, Chicago, Montreal, top three, not in that order. I would like that. I would very much like that. That either means Chicago stays at 3 or Chicago jumps to 2 and Anaheim falls to 3 with Montreal getting first. I would quite enjoy that. Darkness would go crazy if St. Louis wins. Yes, he would, Cameron. We don't need Bedard to make the playoffs. Well, Noah, you do need Bedard if you want to win the cup, which you will never do. I would claim the league is rigged. Suns, I absolutely get that. That is one thing I absolutely get. And now my stream is lagging. Oh god, my stream is lagging now. I really don't get why. Oh no, this is not good. It's going out at the worst possible time. Oh, there we go. We're back, boys. Oh, can I go to standard definition? Because I would do that if I could. Exactly. Noah's like 7. I don't know why he's even here. Phoenix getting Bedard and Michkov, that would be... Well, man, Mike, it's not guaranteed that they'd be getting Michkov. Like, Fantilli is still the ranked number 2 prospect, so I would get that. Okay, there we go. We've got the stream loaded up now. It's weird, because I got to get ready to, like, control these logos. I got to be ready to put them where they're picking. That's exactly, Kat. Exactly. If Arizona gets 1 and 2, they will draft based on need and take Reinbacher and Sandin Pelika to find the next chicken in Goshaspare. That'd be funny, Cameron. Or that'd be funny, Camaro. I hope the Canes lose in 6. Exactly, Sons. All of us do, Cameron. I mean, hey, the Canes got destroyed in Game 3, and they'll probably get destroyed in Game 4, so that's more than fine. You should draft Macklin Celebrini. Honestly, if he was eligible, I'd love him. But I'll be a future Cane. No, he won't, Noah. Aho will be a future Montreal Canadian, though. Just remember, Sebastian Aho did want to be a Montreal Canadian. Just a reminder. I don't think I've missed any comments. No, I've not. Nice. Did you see my longer comment? You won't win the Cane. No, I did not, Cat. Oh, sorry. What do you think happens tonight between the Oilers and Knights? Knights got embarrassed at home, like Game 1 versus the Jets, but this isn't the Jets, and Knights play best. Honestly, Kat, if I were to guess, I don't know. If I were to guess, probably a Edmonton type of blowout. Exactly, Sporty, thank you, man. The Devils just feed off the energy at The Rock. Kinda, yeah, man. Like, if only The Rock was there. That'd be nice. I want Bedard in the Canadian market. Me too, John Speed. As much as it would grow the game to have him in Columbus or Phoenix or even Anaheim, regrow that market, that would be nice. It would be better for me to see. It would be better to see him in Vancouver because he's a fan there, or Montreal, or even like Washington or Philly would be better in my opinion. But yeah. Oh god, they've got it, boys. Aho is such a baby. Yes, he has. Cameron won't be seen speaking shit. Exactly, Sons. All right, boys. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna scroll up in the chat. All right, we're getting the draft lottery. I'm gonna mute just for a second because they're showing a video. We'll get back to you in just a second, boys. Okay, never mind. I just realized that. Can you guys hear this, by the way? How loud can you hear the video? I'm gonna be quiet for like 5 seconds so you guys can hear. Okay, actually, I'm not gonna be quiet because I'm actually gonna mute that because that's actually that's copyrighted music. But if you guys can let me know, how does that sound? Is it loud? Is it too quiet? Because if it's quiet, that's actually good because I don't want it to be super loud. Can't hear it. Let's go. Oh my god, let's go, Hines. All right, good. I'm glad you guys can't hear it. That's really good. I would hate it if Chicago got Bedard. That would make sense, John Speed. I would absolutely understand that. I wouldn't mind it. but it would make sense. Good morning, Vietnam. All right, let's go. Oh God, Kevin Weeks is here. Oh no. I don't know if you guys can hear. By the way, let me know. Can't hear it? You can't hear it? Sons, can you hear this? I hope you guys can't hear this. They've got watch parties in Anaheim, Columbus, and Chicago. They're on screen right now. Oh no, Kevin Weeks. Oh no, Sons. Sons, is Kevin Weeks still dead for you? By the way, in the league, is Kevin Weeks still dead? Connor Bedard, they're showing Connor Bedard right now. Elite skill set and a hockey IQ, special NHL prospect, scoring threat whenever he's on the ice from Dan Murr of the Central Scouting Board. He's still dead. Let's go. Let's go, Sons. Oh, they're interviewing Connor Bedard right now. Whew. Boys, I don't know. It's starting to hit me. It is starting to hit me. We have a chance to draft this kid. The Canadians have a legitimate chance to draft this kid. If someone, I don't know, if Sporty, if you're watching or whatever, actually the one thing, if you guys could do, let me know, don't tell me like who's picking 16, but just let me know, if someone could just let me know when they're starting to, if someone could let me know when they're just like starting to, like pick the cards up or whatever. Someone could let me know, that'd be appreciated, because I would really, really like that, just so I know to not look at the chat. Man, Mike, sounds I'm 2 minutes behind. Oh God. Actually that would make sense, because I think the stream lag is like 20 seconds. The video's about a minute behind on me, the stream that I'm watching. So that'd only be a minute 20. The fuck you mean, Anaheim on 16th overall? Sporty, no spoiling! Honestly, Sporty, if that happened, I would want you to tell me if that actually happened. Well, I mean, Matt and Mike, what do you mean not worry? Like, fucking Devils have won like the last, 4 draft lotteries they've been in. If we get Bedard making the playoffs, we absolutely are, man. We are absolutely making it for the next 20 years more than likely. As long as we keep him, obviously. You have no right to call me a kid when you're a legit 12. You still play Minecraft. You have a fat girlfriend. Everybody knows Islanders, Aho, ass. You're not making a point. Please go fuck. Oh, thank you, Suds. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Montreal has 85 combos. Well, you know what, Sporty? I think that gives us a pretty good chance to win first overall then. Oh, no. Boys, I am just... Ugh, I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I do feel. I could probably close the snaz right now. Oh, God. Boys, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. They're talking with Connor Bedard still. Whew. They're still talking with Connor Bedard. NZA, how's it going, man? Oh, okay, combos. Okay, so Sporty mentioned the combos. This came up about a minute after. Okay, so 85 combos. Okay, this is... Oh, this is weird. I don't like this. I really don't like this. I don't like this. Noah, your girlfriend's like 12. Okay, they're starting. Thank you, man, Mike. Noah, your girlfriend's like 12. So, like, I don't think she can be hot. I don't think 12-year-olds can be hot. At least, if you're going off my opinion, 12-year-olds can't be hot. Buffalo has 20 combos. Sup, Harry? Been a while. Thank you, NZA, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so, boys, follow, like, Sporty. Follow Sporty. It's starting, no spoilers, guys. Please, no spoilers in the chat. If you do have spoilers, you will be timed out. Second offenders will be I was gonna say executed. No, will be banned from the channel. Will be executed from the channel. So there's 2 drawings for 16 teams that did not make the playoffs. Teams can only move up a maximum of 10 spots. If a team in the 12 to 16 range wins the first drawing, first overall pick will remain with the Anaheim Ducks. So, for example, if Pittsburgh wins the first drawing, they jump up to 4th overall, for example. Here we go. All right, boys. Oh, God. We got Bill Daly, boys. We got Bill Daly. I agree with you, Sporty. I did see that comment. He, Oh, my God. I'm worried. I'm so scared, boys. All right. 16th overall. Oh, they got new cards. So, number 16 is going to go to the Calgary Flames. All right, so Calgary does remain with the 16th overall pick. That's not bad. That's not terrible. That is absolutely not terrible. Calgary was expected. This is a good start. All right, 15th overall is going to the Nashville Predators. Dude, if I don't want the Penguins to win the lottery, dude, if the Penguins move up. No! Okay, my thing was lagging for a second. We're back. We're back, boys. Don't worry. Not the stream, the stream I'm watching. Number 14 belongs to... Please be Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Alright, boys. Pittsburgh wins stays in number 14. Sorry, but I'm just trying to make these logos just a little bit bigger. There we go, boys. So I'm just trying to see. 13 should go to Buffalo. With the 13th overall pick. The Buffalo Sabres. They still pick 13th overall. They do not win a draft lottery. I'm sorry, Sporty, but your team did not win it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Boys, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Number 12. If it's not, oh my God, please. Oh, wait, what?
Since this pick isn't a top 5 pick, the selection transfers Arizona, and as a
so Ottawa's pick does go to Arizona. Okay, I thought I fucked up, but no, it is Ottawa's pick going to Arizona. I probably should have put Anaheim via Arizona, but whatever. All right, number 11, boys. By the way, I will get to your comments later. My stream is lagging again. Okay, there we go. Number 11. Number 11 belongs to... It's lagging. Okay, number 11 goes to Vancouver Canucks. I used the different logo for Vancouver, so I was like very scared. I was like very scared that I was very scared. Very, very scared. Boyer, no spoilers, please. No spoilers in the chat. That's a timeout. I'll get to that in a second. Number 10 belongs to the St. Louis Blues. Alright, the St. Louis Blues stay at number 10. Boys, we're getting closer to Montreal. Potentially being announced at 5. We've had nobody moving. We've had nobody moving. We've had nobody moving. Okay. Number 9 belongs to Detroit. We just read that. We just saw that, boys. Number 9 belongs to the Detroit Red Wings. If my stream would stop lagging, that'd be much appreciated. Not this stream, again, the stream that I'm watching. Number 9 belongs to the Detroit Red Wings. So, okay, there we go. It just caught up. Washington gets number 8. Sorry, boys. Oh, no. Number 7 belongs to the Philadelphia Flyers. Nobody's moved. Boys, nobody's moved. Nobody has moved yet. Dude, we're getting so close. Dude, please. 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 Number 6, don't be Montreal. The Arizona Coyotes. Boys. Boys. Montreal, dude, okay, Montreal's picking 5th. I'm not gonna hype myself. Montreal's picking 5th. Montreal's picking 5th. Belongs to Montreal Canadiens. Yep, there we go, boys. So, Montreal guarantees picking number 5 overall. Surprisingly did not move up. I'm actually a bit surprised by that, but you know what? Hey, that's fine. We'll see if there's a surprise lying in store, boys. So, I'll get to some of your comments right away, boys. Bill Daly has an agent 20 years. I agree with you, Sporty. Come on. I love this being, I love this. Oh, okay, San Jose picks 4th overall. There's no way this draft is going to stay the exact same. I worked so hard on this setup. Wait, what? Wait, what? What just happened? What just happened? My stream just got... What? My stream just cut out. It said Columbus something. Oh, God. Someone help me. Someone help me, please. Good thing I don't have a live stream to watch. Oh, damn. Let's go, NZA. Hell yeah. Yeah, Flames got 16th overall. I've got to load up the draft lottery again. I'm sorry, boys. Oh, my God. I might need actually help. I might actually need help. Oh, no. Okay, ESPN is on commercial break. We're getting the top 3. We're getting the top 3, boys. Isles number 1 pick. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Red Wings got snubbed. Let's go. Columbus is 3. Holy shit. So Columbus drops to number... What? Oh, by the way, boys, big shout out. Big shout out. My, my just complete shuffling of these guys from the left to the right slightly. Wow, so the Blackhawks breaking, Connor Bedard announced he will return to the Regina Pets after this top 3 was revealed. Yeah, Sporty, probably. By the way, nobody revealed the results. If you are timed out and again and then banned. This is kind of boring, Faggio, unfortunately. This is kind of boring. Bedard is going to die, Bedard is going to die, or Bedard is going to die. Exactly, Boyer. But if there's any mods in here, if anyone is spoiling anything, please time them out and or ban them if they've been in here long enough to know. That would be appreciated, boys. My thing is still on commercial break. Where do you guys think he is going to go? Where do you think Connor Bedard's going? Is he going to Anaheim? Is he going to Chicago? Columbus is 3. Columbus isn't 3. Wait, Faggio, then what are you talking about, my guy? What are you talking about? The Islanders got Bedard. Let's go. There's no spoilers. It's on commercial. Oh, thank you, Sporty. I appreciate that. Anaheim, breaking news, Habs trade up draft lottery odds to get first overall pick. Boyer, low-key, if we somehow did trade up to get first overall, that would be fucking nuts. Hines is saying Bedard to Chicago. That could happen, but keep in mind, Hines, as well. Chicago could have just won the second lottery. They could have very well just won the second lottery, not the first one. Columbus isn't confirmed 3? Oh, then why did they say we have our first move in the lottery? Okay, that's weird. All right, well, thank you, Sporty. I appreciate that. I did get that. That San Jose was number 4, so I know that is legit. That's weird. All right, so it's still a commercial for me. This is taking a while. Oh, there we go. We're back, boys. We're for some reason showcasing Jack Eichel. Columbus is 3, I swear. Boyer was trolling. Thank you, Hines. So we're showcasing Jack Eichel and Leon Draisaitl. We're showcasing a bust and Jack Eichel. No, we're showcasing a bust and Leon Draisaitl. No, but yeah, Jack Eichel, Leon Draisaitl. I just realized, yeah. Thank you, Sporty. It's back. Yeah, it's back for me too. Okay, so we don't have a change. We still have Anaheim, Chicago, and Columbus. Then not in that order. It's Anaheim, Columbus, Chicago. All right, number 3. Who is getting the 3rd overall pick? Is it Anaheim, Chicago, or Columbus? 3rd overall is the Columbus Blue Jackets.
There's a look at John Davidson and Jarmo Kekalainen.
It's either Anaheim or Chicago. There's no way. Chicago's guaranteed the top 2 pick. Dude, this is crazy. No way. No way. That's the only thing that sucks is that the chat is going to still be ahead of me. So you guys are going to be saying, oh, Bedard's going blah, blah, blah. Bedard's going here. Bedard's going blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You guys might be seeing that. And then it's like my reaction like 20 seconds later. Holy shit. Oh, God. Who gets number 1, boys? It's either Anaheim or Chicago. The 1st overall pick, Connor Bedard, is going to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Number 2, the Anaheim Ducks. Bedlam in Chicago. Chicagoland fans high-fiving on their feet, going nuts as they should be. You can see
the Chicago Blackhawks jump up from 3rd to 1st. The 11.5% chance of getting Connor Bedard. Faggio, no, none of that, please, my guy. Come on, none of that. Delete that comment, my guy. Holy shit. Out goes Kane and Taze, in comes Bedard. So, in other words, more talent is coming in. They deal Kane, replace him with Bedard. Nah, Mad Mike, he is not a replacement for Kane. He is a fucking goal scorer. Oh, holy shit. John Speed, delete that one, please, my guy. Holy fuck. So the Blackhawks will draft Connor Bedard 1st overall in the 2023 NHL Entry Draft. Who cares about what Kyle Davidson has to say? Boys, what did you guys think? We've been live for almost an hour. I think we're going to go live for an hour and then we're going to end the stream. Didn't mean to come on for a super, super long time. Just meant to come on here just as a way to recap, get the draft lottery to you guys. What do you guys think? Hines, nah, he's not going to pull Lindros. He's not going to pull Lindros. He'll play in Chicago. Chicago's not nearly as bad of a place to play as it is Quebec. Or at least with the Nordiques, I should say. As long as he stays away from the video trainer, then he should be fine. See, that's how you do the joke, Fazio and John Speed. That's how you do the joke. You do like Sporty did. You reference it without explicitly saying what happened. Holy fuck, boys. So what do you guys think again? What do you guys think of the draft lottery? I am very surprised. I'm surprised and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because Bedard in the Blackhawks jersey will be good. It'll look fine, I think. But I'm very surprised because obviously, like, Anaheim goes from 1 to 2. Holy shit, you know? Breaking news: Connor Bedard will return to the Regina Pats after the 23 draft lottery. I think it's good. I think is Carrier is Joe over. I don't know, sons. I don't know. Harry, you should just marry Sporty already. Fazio, no guarantees, but I don't know, maybe. No, but yeah, it sucks Montreal didn't move up, obviously. Habs fan, would have liked it. Thank fuck it wasn't fucking Anaheim. Lucas, I would have loved if it was Anaheim, actually. Fazio, you love him so much. Yeah. It was so obvious it was a rigged lotto. Well, yeah, Boyer, because Montreal didn't win it, obviously. That would have been the most lame-ass place. Lucas, are you forgetting that Columbus exists? Are you forgetting that Columbus is a place? Because I don't think you would have forgotten that Columbus is a place. I wouldn't blame you if you forgot that Columbus had a hockey team. But yeah, boys, Columbus dropping from second to third, Anaheim from first to second. NZA, I thought Anaheim would win it too. This system was designed to help the first overall team retain the first overall pick and to discourage tanking. Chicago winning first overall, I'm happy about that, honestly. Montreal won it last year. Probably couldn't have expected them to win it 2 years in a row. Would have been nice, but yeah, so Montreal with the 5th overall pick. Chicago, Anaheim, Columbus, everything stays the same except for the top 3. Yeah. Lame goal horns, lame cities, lame fans, lame everything. Well, they do have a Stanley Cup. That is one thing you got to give Anaheim over the Blue Jackets. Sons, that is completely understandable. I forget Columbus is a place sometimes too. Lucas, Columbus does have the cannon, I'll give you that. But what would you rather have, a cannon or a cup? When you think about it, what would you rather have? Harry, the TV broadcast after the first 13 picks accidentally spoiled Columbus dropping. Did it, Fazio? How? It's Michkov. Yes, it is, Sporty. Actually, that is true, Sporty. Now that the Canadians do not have a top 2 pick, absolutely. Boyer, yeah, Bedard probably is kind of happy, I would think. He gets to go to Chicago. He goes to a place where they have some pretty good prospects. They've got a decent enough team. They'll probably be decent next year, I mean. Yeah, you're probably the guaranteed first-line center. Mad Mike, no, I'm not going to blame it on Weeks. It was probably what he was told to say. But, yeah, if I'm Bedard, I'm happy to be going to an original 6 team, too, for sure, Wolverine. Yeah, I mean, rather it would have been Chicago or Montreal, or if somehow there was no other original. Well, Detroit was here, or Detroit. Even then, Detroit, I was like, I'm going to Detroit, and I'm going to hold out. But, but yeah, no, rather it's Chicago or Montreal. If I'm Bedard, I'm happy to go to original 6 franchise. Suns, they don't have a team now, but they have a lot of prospects. Chicago has a lot of prospects right now that are going to be good in 3 to 4 years. What did Weeks say? I was watching in French. Lucas, from what I heard, because I was on the ESPN broadcast, he said something about Columbus dropping to 3rd before the 3rd overall pick was announced, after the 4th overall pick was announced. Yeah. They don't... Suns, again, prospects. Harry, check DMs. Oh, no, Fazio. When you tell me to check DMs, it's never a good thing. Yeah, Fazio, yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. Because I was watching on the broadcast system, like I said, and so, like, it was more of a, probably like, okay, all right, so 3rd overall will be going to Columbus, just let him know, so for the recap, get him ready or whatever, and he just probably said it without thinking, so, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Leafs? Wolverine, not a big fan of them, honestly. I like them from my best friend. She's a Leafs fan, so obviously I want them to do good. However, me personally, taking that bias away, Leafs can suck it. That's all I can say about the Leafs. They're not that good of a team. They're not very good, and the fact that they're getting swept by the Florida Panthers, I think, is hilarious. Their entire roster is AHL talent except for Seth Jones, who won't be decent. Well, Suns, again, keep in mind prospects. Again, keep in mind prospects. Sporty, Terry Fantilli, Zegras, that is not a good first line. Adam Fantilli is going to drag down Zegras' talents, in my opinion. Rigged Lotto, Columbus going to pass, Chicago going to pass on Bedard. I'm sure they will, Boyer. I'm sure they will. Honestly, I think it'd be hilarious if Anaheim passed on Fantilli, went with, say, Leo Carlson, and then Columbus picks Adam Fantilli, and then boom. Eternal Render. Hawks trade the first pick to Vancouver. I hope the Canucks are ready to give up Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson to get that done. Of course, the high market team gets Bedard. Well, Sporty, the highest market would have been Montreal for him to go to. Do you expect Dubois to be traded at the draft? Wolverine, it wouldn't surprise me. I would think second day draft. I don't think we're trading 5th overall or 28 through 32, wherever it ends up being with the Florida pick. It wouldn't surprise me if Dubois gets traded, say, the second day for, again, like I've mentioned it before, 3rd round pick Matthias Norlinder. Maybe Yoel Armia bring him back to Winnipeg as a, haha, hey, we traded you, we brought you back, and something else. It wouldn't surprise me if he's traded on the second day. But I don't expect it. I don't expect him to be traded at the draft. It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't expect it. It's more of a, July 1st or like 2 days before, or like the day after the draft ends, for example. Hey, Dubois in Montreal, or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me if that ends up happening. Mad Mike, Chicago's not going to pass on Bedard. You guys don't got to worry. There's no way. Yeah, thank you, Fazio. Yeah, week 7, there's our first change in the order. Columbus dropping from 3rd. Exactly, yeah, Fazio. Like even then, with that tweet that you sent me, I don't think it really means that the draft is rigged. I don't think it's rigged. I think it's more so just a case, like I said, of they probably have those teleprompters or whatever. It's probably going to be more of a probably going to be, like I said, more of a like they had a teleprompter, and it was just, okay, so Columbus is going to fall to 3rd. We say something about the draft order changing or something, or maybe it just came out and he just wasn't thinking. I don't think it's more of a thing of the NHL being rigged or anything, so yeah, there's nothing there to worry about, I think. I remember one of your videos that you're a big fan. Yes, Wolverine, yes. Every year when I do the team rankings for all 32 NHL teams, I always mention that I'm a pretty decently big Panthers fan. Of course, Montreal will be my number 1. Toronto's sort of my number 2, again, for my best friend. And the number 3 is always Florida. I'm a big Panthers fan. I'm very happy that they're doing good this year. I love to see them win the President's Trophy last year. I've been watching a decent part of their playoff run this year. It's going to be cool to see them go to the conference finals for the first time since, 96? Last time they went to the conference finals, when they went to the Stanley Cup finals. That'd be really cool. Hopefully they can get to the Cup finals and actually win a game this time. That'd be really cool. Bedard's going to come out with anger issues and he falls to the Islanders' Suns. That would be very funny. Not that that's true. What I wanted to say earlier is that... Oh, thank you, NZA. Yeah. Okay, I see. Reno Depot is still a thing. All right, thank you, NZA. Where I am, we haven't seen them. Right, I haven't paid attention to look for them, so I haven't seen them often. So I thought they might have went out of business. Thank you, NZA, for letting me know. Bedard does the Jalen Carter challenge, becomes the 9th overall pick. No, Boyer, because Montreal would pick him 100%. Montreal would take that quote-unquote risk if something were to happen with Bedard. Hawks won 1st overall and won the rights to select Victor Wembanyama. Yes, definitely, Sporty. Not at all Thomas Mielek. Definitely not 1st overall. I'm honestly happy for the Panthers fans as for Leafs fans. Exactly, Wolverine. Just we want Florida, or whatever they were chanting. We want the Panthers. We want Florida. Yeah, that's what I was chanting. So that's funny, but just meh. Yeah, I'm happy for Leafs fans, for Panthers fans too, Wolverine. I'm more than happy for them too. Habs fans cheering for the Leafs against the Panthers. Get the fuck out of our. I mean, NCAA. To be fair, I get why they are. I get why they're cheering for the Leafs because if the Leafs win, they go to the conference finals and probably get destroyed by Jersey. Florida gives us the 17th overall pick, something like that. That makes sense why they're cheering for the Leafs against the Panthers. Probably for the Leafs to get destroyed when, build up their hope and then, crash it down at once. But, it kind of makes sense why they're cheering for the Leafs. But me, I definitely... That's one series I couldn't care less who wins. I'm happy either way. Pistons are getting Wamby. Boyer, I don't know. Are they getting Wamby? Wamby. No, are they getting Wamby? If Kraken beat the Oilers, you gotta admit it's rigged. I don't know about that Eternal Render. I mean, if the Kraken beat the Oilers, that's just Kraken being good. Kraken for the Stanley Cup, indeed, Faggio. As a Habs fan born and raised in Leafs Nation, I'm feeling a lot better. Hell yeah, Wolverine, that's awesome, man. I'm glad that's the case. I was hoping the Ducks because we've seen it done in Chicago. Exactly, Shazi boy. Exactly. We've seen them draft Tays 3rd overall, Kane 1st overall. We've seen them draft high in the past. Anaheim would have been really cool to see. But I'm fine with Chicago. I'm just happy that it was not Columbus and Philadelphia. Those are the 2 places. Boyer, hell yeah, man. Let's go. Climate Pledge Arena versus the Oil. Oh my god, yeah, that's funny. I like that. Kraken Cats final. I'm telling you, Sons, that'd be really fun. I'd like that a lot. I'd be happy for Kachuk to win his cup. Hell yeah, NZA. That'd be really fun, too. Ducks get Fantilli for Terry, Fantilli, Zegras. Shazi, exactly. Plus the cups in 2010, 13, and 15 for sure. Those as well are big to note. I hope it destroys the Oilers, but bold to me to assume they're making the finals. Exactly, NZA, exactly. Assuming they can get past Seattle. Because they're getting past Vegas, no problem. But yeah, no, Mad Mike, that would be interesting if they get Fantilli. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go Leo Carlson, maybe. All things considered, I think it's pathetic that the Leafs are blowing a big momentum to do damage and win a cup, considering how open this playoffs became. Definitely Wolverine. It's absolutely pathetic that they kind of didn't even try in Game 2 and 3. The Panthers just kind of walked all over them, especially that Game 3. In my opinion, from what I watched, Game 3 was absolutely just an implosion for the Maple Leafs, and it wouldn't surprise me if Game 4 is much of the same on tomorrow, because it's tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, and I think it's hilarious too, for sure. Fossil fuels would destroy climate pledge. I don't know about that, John Speed. I've always had Chicago in my top 5 teams, so I'm low-key happy. Hell yeah, Suns. I mean, aside from the Kyle Beach stuff, like, yeah, I've always liked Chicago, so I'm happy that they can kind of move past it at this point and go for Connor Bedard now. That'd be really cool. That'd be really awesome. Leaked draft script. Bedard, Fantilli, Carlson, Smith, Michkov. Honestly, John Speed, if Michkov does go 5 to Montreal, you guys will not be able to see anything but white on the camera. In a very good way. Wolverine, yeah, dude. Draisaitl has, 95 goals in his last 3 games? Something like that? Something similar? Something like that? Eternal, I like Zach Benson, too. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up falling and ends up being a really good player. Yeah. How about Chicago do? Will they clean up their crap and be better? Probably Shazi. I would think so. They fired the dude who did the Kyle Beach thing right after they won the cup in 2010. So, they've already cleaned that up. But I think they're definitely going to get better. They have a lot of good prospects. Bedard is absolutely that one guy that they needed that I think is absolutely going to help them in the future. No doubt about it. I don't know if there's any black prospects, Boyer, actually. I don't know. It sucks. Taze and Kane are gone. But Bedard is going to be magical in Chicago. Yes, he is, NZA. Dominic, no guarantees. No guarantees we're doing a raid. Boyer, yes, that is very true. How does this change the fact that Chambers gonna Stanley Cup? It doesn't, Sporty. It really doesn't, because Chicago's probably not gonna make playoffs next year. No, but boys, that is potentially gonna be it for the stream. Kane goes back to Chicago. Suns, that would genuinely be hilarious. Honestly, if Kane went back to Chicago after such a long, okay, no, I want to be traded. 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 And it's like, oh, how about you get traded? And then it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, boys, I think we are going to do a raid. I think we actually are. Kane and Bedard duo, that would be so funny. It would be, Boyer. That would be really funny for sure. But yeah, boys, this is probably going to do it for today's stream. I've always liked Chicago, despite the Kyle Beach stuff. I'm happy with the fan base in the future of the team. Me too, Me too, Wolverine. It's weird. The NHL always seems to be more fun and a better... It always seems to be better when Chicago and Montreal are good. But then when it's Chicago and Montreal are good, it's yeah, no. The league is really fun, It's really cool. That would be a Kane W and a Common Rangers failure. Indeed, Suns. Absolutely, my guy. Absolutely. Kane can sign league minimum and Hawks could load up. That is true, Eternal. They very well could, or at least try to. The Kyle Beach incident maybe despicable, but despite that, I've always liked Chicago. Exactly, NZA. Exactly. Who will be Bedard's Draisaitl, Malkin, Kane, and Taze? Exactly, Shazi. I don't know about Lucas Reichel, because I've seen some people saying, oh, Lucas Reichel. Maybe Frank Nazar, but I don't know if he's really a first-line talent. I'd say Nazar is more of a second-line guy. I guess we'll see next year's draft lottery if they somehow get Bedard's cousin, or McLean. I think he's 2 drafts away. I think he's in 25 that he's supposed to be the guy for the draft. Good for Chicago. Exactly, Fajo. Hell yeah, let's go, man. That's awesome. I see why you picked them in HHL 1.0 now, because they're your second favorite team. That makes sense, actually. Bedard has a cousin? Yes, he does, Boyer. Is it not the Macklin Connor Bedard cousin? Is it, Gavin McKenna. Gavin McKenna is him. No, but Gavin McKenna is going to be a great player. He's going to be a top 5er in the NHL. This is a kid who is at 15 years old. In 16 games in the WHL, has put up 18 points and 4 goals. Just one playoff goal in 4 games, but I think that's fair. Medicine Hat is not an incredible team anyways, at least as far as I can remember. But Gavin McKenna, again, for this kid to be 15 and already in the WHL, he's going to play incredible. I think next year when he's 16, when he's 17, he's going to be great. 18 probably coming into the NHL. Kid is going to light it up like Connor Bedard is, I think. I think that we are in for a long... McKenna, Celebrini, and Kivi Haryu are just exactly sporty. Like, McKenna's, I think, next year, and Kivi Haryu, I think, is as well. Or McKenna is in 2 years, and I think with Kivi Haryu, and Macklin Celebrini, I think, is next year. Just, we're in for, like, generational talent after generational talent in the draft lotteries for the next, like, 3-4 years. Last year, it's like, Slavkovsky's like, okay, he's a good, like, second liner, but, like, Bedard, you know, like, all those guys. Edmonton Cup time, yes, indeed. Kivi Haryu is next year. Oh, God. Montreal, if you could somehow trade for another first-round pick in 24 and have that be a good pick, that would be nice. I feel like we're drafting Benson for some reason. Gabriel, honestly, I would not mind that. I don't think I would mind drafting... I don't think I would entirely mind drafting Zach Benson. I'd like that. Macklin Celebrini. Exactly, John Speed, yeah. Bedard and Andrew Crystal are best friends since they were 5. Them and Zach Benson were on the same Vancouver AAA team. Really, Fazio. Well, damn, if Chicago could trade for a pick and get Adam Crystal, Andrew Crystal as well, that'd be really cool. Daniel Boyer, 2024 draft class this way. Oh, Boyer, believe me, we will be, my guy. We'll be waiting. One of Carlson... Oh, sorry, Burke saying he's so hyped. I'm sorry, Burke. I missed your comment. One of Carlson, Michkov, and Smith will be on the board when we select SW. Well, Gabriel, by the time we pick what the Panthers pick, one of those guys might still be there. Michkov. We'll see, though. But that is really, really solid. That is really, really solid. Could you have imagined Kane, DeBrincat, Domi, Taze, Doc, Taze when he's healthy, and Bedard? If they hadn't gone into a rebuild... But keep in mind as well, NCA, if they hadn't gone into this rebuild, they wouldn't have Connor Bedard. Just think about that. If they hadn't traded off DeBrincat, Domi, Kane, and Doc and all these guys, they wouldn't be sitting with the first overall pick. More than likely wouldn't be sitting with the first overall pick right now. Where am I? Sorry. McKenna on St. Louis or place underperforming Central team and Bedard on the Hawks. That would be Suns. Honestly, that might regenerate the St. Louis-Chicago feud if somehow Gavin McKenna goes to St. Louis. Like, Bedard and McKenna will just be like, they're like happily just hugging each other. The rest of the team's just brawling because it's a 9-8 game with like 45 seconds left in regulation. The rest of the team's just brawling. McKenna and Bedard are just hugging each other or whatever. If Chicago did get Crystal, that would be sick for sure, Fazio. Exactly, yeah, Dominic, please no self-promoting. No self-promoting your channel. Islanders better pick Daniel Boyer. Yes, they will, Suns. Just like how they're going to sign Paul Byron this free agency. Eternal Render, I don't know how you can be better than a 50-goal scorer, but I mean, Zach Benson, if he is somehow better than Caulfield, I would very much like the Canadiens to pick him. Fair enough, exactly, Angie. Yeah. Yeah, boys, we're going to raid somebody. We're going to raid somebody here at the end of the stream. Because I just realized... Okay, good. Okay, good, boys. Actually, Ken Hughes is live on the draft lottery right now. I forgot because we're French words. Fuck. Okay, well, boys. And of course, I can't understand French or speak French, so I have no use to watch the Ken Hughes talking because I'm just gonna sit there like, what is he saying? And I won't understand because there's no English subtitles. I think they're added later, but yeah. I probably should. If I'm a Canadiens fan, I probably should start learning French again. Probably. Holy shit, they better. Byron to New York Islanders. Suns, I mean, Byron is probably a free agent this offseason, so unless he retires, he could be claimed, but he could be picked up by the Islanders. Bedard, Michkov, and Fantilli for 2023. Celebrini, Iserman, and Kivi Haryu for 2025. Misa and McKenna for 2025. Or 2024 for the Kivi Haryu and those guys. Yeah, Fazio, we're in for a stacked group of drafts upcoming. You guys need to remember that Bedard grew up a Canucks fan and probably hated the Hawks. Oh, how the turntables. Exactly, NZA. That's so weird. He grew up hating the Hawks, like you said, and now he has to play for them. There's so much talent in these three. Exactly, Fazio. Exactly. Dude, Suns, Loki, I might cry too if Byron retires. He's gonna be like, no! Byron! You guys can't see because the stream quality looks bad, but this is the Paul Byron card I'm pointing at right here. But, I'd probably cry too, Loki. But yeah, boys, so that is gonna do it for this part of my stream. If you got your card, thank you, Sons, I appreciate it. But if you guys could please go raid the Nolan Hockey Podcast. Sorry, if you guys could go raid the Nolan Hockey Podcast. I just saw the paper fall down. That was really funny. But if get out your beer, I mean Pepsi. Fozzer, I actually don't have Pepsi right now. But if you guys could go rate the Nolan Hockey Podcast and tell them Harry Rice sent you, that'd be appreciated, boys. Thank you guys so much for coming by. My name is Harry Rice. Spy Sunslave for coming by, man. Thank you guys, the rest of you guys, for coming by. Much appreciated. Instagram, Tumblr, and anything else. My name is Trey. Subscribe to Puff Club. Subscribe to Remember the Squad. The comments and streams and or any videos. It is much greatly appreciated. Hey, I was told to come by. Hey, let's go, Bob. Bob's coming by right at the end of the stream. I apologize, Bob. We're just getting ready to end the stream. I'm sorry about that, man. I don't know if someone is 10th like. Hey, let's go, Bob. Thank you, man. I just want to say hi, but I don't want to stay and talk hockey. Hey, Dexstar, don't worry about it, my guy. Don't worry about it. I just want to say hi, but don't want to stay and talk hockey. Don't worry about it, Dexstar. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, Bob, for coming. Rick just signed off. Yeah, Bob, that sucks, man. That sucks. We're going over to raid the we're going over to raid the Nolan Hockey. Bob, all right, we'll wait. I'll wait, Bob. I'll wait just another minute because I do gotta log off soon. Yeah. I just realized, by the way, boys, again, so this is the draft lottery system. The odds are not needed anymore. Thanks, Harry Rock. Thank you, Eternal Render. I appreciate it, my guy. Much apprecited. Still in some disbelief from Matt Laughsteel. Dexstar, I 100% get that, my guy. Believe me, I absolutely get that. We talked about it earlier. Can't believe how the Bruins did that, but yeah. I'm not exactly sure. I can't put my finger on it, but there was something different about you. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I don't know what either, but there's a little something different about me. It does feel like there was something different about me today. And yeah, Habs 5th overall and Flames 16th overall. Not terrible at all. Not at all terrible. Very happy, honestly, with the Habs getting 5th overall. We're probably getting someone like Michkov or Will Smith or Zach Benson. If he somehow drops Leo Carlson, we might end up with... the fact that, we can get one of those guys, that would be interesting. I'd really like it, especially if it's Michkov, because that'd be awesome. But, I don't know, we'll see. Quickly, your opinion on Chicago getting Bedard. Or Chicago, sorry. No, but Chicago getting Bedard. Honestly, Bob, I'm happy with it. Chicago just traded out Kane and Taves. They got rid of Domi. They got rid of DeBrincat and Doc before the season started. They apparently hate guys with the last name starting with D, because they got rid of Doc, Domi, and DeBrincat. But yeah, I'm actually perfectly fine with it. I think Chicago has a lot of really solid prospects coming up. Chicago is going to be a great place for Bedard. I think he's going to fit right in when he signs, probably the second the draft ends. He's one of those guys that is going to light up the league in his first year. I genuinely could see Bedard having close to 100 points this season, as long as, of course, as Chicago gives him some talent to work around. That would be really nice with Connor Bedard. So quickly after Bedard, Fantilli, Carlson, Michkov, who else is left? Yeah, there's going to be Will Smith, David Reinbacher is still there, Oliver Moore, Ryan Leonard, Gabe Perreault, Caleb Ritchie's a little bit late, Quentin Musty's going to be there, Andrew Crystal, Edward Sal, Axel Sandin Pelikari, Sandin Pelika, Brandon Yeager, Matthew Wood, Daniil Boots, Samuel Hunzel, Gavin Bradley, Oliver Bonk. This isn't even getting into guys like Thomas Mielik, who are getting picked in the later rounds of the draft. You know, we're still going to have very solid players to pick from. Hey, don't worry about it, Bob. Sorry for getting in here late. Thanks for hanging in there. No problem. Have a great day. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Keep your stick on the ice. Faux shizzle. Absolutely, Bob. Flames haven't traded this pick away yet. Not yet, exactly, Eternal Sunshine. Fazio, yeah, Zach Benson's still there. Habs, I don't get why you're mad, my guy. I don't get why you're mad. I don't know who we're drafting at this point. We got robbed. Habs, we did not get robbed, my guy. We won the draft lottery last year. And while obviously I would trade in losing the draft lottery last year for winning it this year, we still get someone good. We're obviously not getting Connor Bedard or Adam Fantilli, but Fantilli might honestly be for the better that we don't get him. But we can still get Leo Carlson, Matvei Michkov, Will Smith, Zal. If he falls, David Reinbacher, maybe Matthew Wood, Brendan Yeager, Edward Sal, Andrew Crystal, Quentin Musty, we could end up picking as well. Daniil Boot, Oliver Bonk. I doubt we'd go him, but for example, he's still there. There's guys that we can absolutely pick up. I mean, Habs, I don't know. Leo Carlson, I think, goes second to Anaheim, honestly. Like, the way I see it, Carlson's a center and left winger. the Ducks need a center / left winger. They need a left winger to play with Zegras and Terry, who take up the center and right wing spot respectively. If you ask me, it wouldn't surprise me if Lou Carlson ends up going second and Fantilli goes third. And then at that point, it's probably, again, Michkov, Smith, Benson, or Dvorsky. I am perfectly fine with one of those guys. I probably, out of those four, obviously, I've said before, I want Matvei Michkov the most. But I'm expecting probably Zach Benson the most. For me, I'm probably expecting Benson, Dvorsky, Smith, Michkov last, just because apparently, allegedly, we're not going after any Russians this draft. But yeah, I mean, there's still going to be guys that we can absolutely pick. Vegas just tied it 1-1 early in the first March, so thank you, Bob. Randy, hey Harry, love the headgear. Sucks that Bedard goes to Chicago. I'm actually happy with that, Randy. We were going out, but apparently you guys don't want to come in. We'll keep chatting for a little bit, I guess. We'll keep chatting. NZA, don't worry, man. Thanks for coming by, man. Exactly. Robbed 5th pick is pretty good. Robbed would have been falling to 7th. That's what robbed would have been. But yeah, Randy, thank you. I'm glad you love the headgear, man. Sucks that Bedard goes to Chicago. Again, I'm happy with it, honestly. I'm fine. Habs, I'm sorry, I don't want to say it, but you're stupid if you would trade Caulfield for first overall. You are stupid if you would trade Caulfield for first overall, or if you even think that Chicago would take that deal of Caulfield for first overall. If Montreal was somehow going to trade for first overall, it would take Caulfield, Suzuki, 5th overall, and even something else. And even then, I don't know if Chicago would say yes to that. They might, just because, okay, we got Chicago, we've got Suzuki, who's their captain, we got Caulfield, who's a 40-50 goal scorer, we get a 5th overall pick, and we get whatever else we decide to give them. They might pick that, but, like, there's no way. I would not want to do that. I'm not ruining the Montreal Canadiens with, again, Suzuki, Caulfield, whoever we pick at 5th overall and whatever extra we'd have to give, just to get Connor Bedard. I love Connor Bedard. I'd love him on the Canadiens, but I'm not jeopardizing the future dynasty of the Montreal Canadiens just to get Connor Bedard. You do not need... Exactly, Eternal Render. Like you said, the future is 4 lines. If you can stack 4 lines... Not even stack. If you can have a great 4 lines, good 3 pair on defensemen... Exactly, Randy. No one would trade when they get a Connor Bedard, exactly. Now, if we're talking like Yaroslavkovsky, yeah, maybe a team, or Shane Wright, for example, yeah, maybe a team would be willing to give up a first overall pick. But if we're talking to Connor Bedard, or even a couple years with Gavin McKenna, for example, no one's giving up that first overall pick. Nobody is absolutely giving up that first overall pick. Nobody at all. Nobody's giving up that first overall pick. Fun fact, Tavares was taken 16 years ago, first overall, wore number 16. Bedard was taken first overall and wore 16 at the World Junior. Well, Bob, you know what? I think Harry Race is going to be wearing number 16. When he... No. Apparently, if you wear number 16, you're probably going first overall to that team. That's kind of funny. That's really funny. Flawless Clips, Tyler Johnson, Connor Bedard, and Jason Dickinson. Pretty much. That's pretty much what the Blackhawks roster is going to look like next year. Don't forget Seth Jones and Caleb Jones as well. Habs. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to insult you, but you're stupid if you think we're rebuilding for the next decade. We do not have to rebuild at all for the next decade. At the very most, 1 more year. Because I'm going to load up Cap Friendly and our drafting history, and I'm actually going to switch over real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into studio mode. Okay, I gotta do this. I'm sorry. I'm not used to using OBS. Thermometer ranked, really, Bob? Hey, that's pretty cool. Hell yeah. How did that go? But again, Habs, it's not a case of we're gonna be rebuilding. Sorry, boys. I'm gonna have to load this up real quick. Chrome. Sorry, boys. Actually, what I can do is, can I just have a source? She's hot. Oh no, she's hot. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot, my guy. Thank you very much. Randy, or not Randy, Bob. Yeah, no, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I like that. Sorry, boys. I'm trying to get not browser source. What do I want to open? Not seen. Window capture. Okay, window capture. I want to capture, add a new source. Chrome? There we go, boys. Alright, so... Sorry, boys. I'm gonna do this, like, really, really quickly. Okay, if this would load for me, I'll be able to. Sorry, boys. I do like the Draft Lottery graphics, though. Graphics package. Thank you, Bob. I do like the Draft Lottery graphics package. I'm happy to hear that you do. I'm happy. That's the case. Let's go, Bob. Hell yeah. Wait, I just realized. I just realized. Why don't I just copy that to Harry? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, I thought the stream might have lagged out. No, I'm sorry, boys. All right, so what I'm gonna do is actually for Harry, I'm going to. I'm all about the graphics. Hell yeah, you are, Bob. I know you are. Vancouver Montreal final in 25 or 26. That is a very, very big risk, and I don't know if you're willing to take that one, Eternal. That's a very risky finals. I don't know if you really, really would want that. But yeah, okay, so webcam, I'm going to put that down in the corner here. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, boys. All right, so we are here. Now, we are live on the studio mode. There we go. So, we're here. So, boys, what is the Montreal Canadiens roster looking like? Why are we going to have to rebuild for the next year? Well, we're not, because we have Nick Suzuki, who's 23, getting $7.8 million for the next, I think, 6 years after this year. No, 7 years, because this is the first year of the contract. We have Kirby Dach, who is 22, getting $3.3 million for the next 3 years. RFA still at the end of that contract. Gurianov, who's 25. Sean Farrell, who's 21. He looked fairly decent in his time as a Canadian this season. We have Justin Barron, Caden Gooley, Jordan Harris. Keep in mind, this is just who played for the Canadiens this year that's young. Those guys are going to be very solid young blue liners. Montembeault, who's 26, he's about to get into his prime. If we can get him for the next 3-4 years, for example, that's not terrible. Slavkovsky just turned 19 as the first overall pick last year. Cole Caulfield is only 22. Arbor Jacki is only 22. We have those guys who will not be bad. Jacki is going to be a good bottom pair guy. Caulfield is going to be a 40-50 goal scorer. Slavkovsky is going to be a very, very solid 60-70 point scorer at the very least. And even then, looking who we have signed that's not even playing right now. Philip Mazar, Owen Beck, Emil Heineman, Jesse Ullinen, who's only 23, Riley Kidney, Josh Waugh, Jan Mishak, Raphael Harvey Pinard up front. On the blue line, Logan Mailloux, Matthias Norlander, Gianni Fierbrother, okay. William Trudeau, who's 20, he looks okay. And Jaden Struble, who's only signed for next year, actually. Same with Xavier Simonu, who I didn't even mention. And then in net, Caden Primo, who, okay, might be a decent backup if we're lucky at this point. And Jacob Dobesh. You guys are telling me? You guys are telling me that we're going to have to rebuild for the next decade? You guys are telling me that? You could probably get odds on that in Vegas. Probably, Bob, honestly. Yeah, probably. Demko in his prime by then. Hopefully Eternal. Harry, stop talking like a GM with salaries. I'm talking about Habs talent-wise is still subpar compared to... Well, Randy, here's the thing. You have to talk about the salaries. You have to mention their salary. I just realized you guys are talking over me. Shit, and I kind of can't. There we go. Yeah, like, you have to talk about the GM with salaries. You have to talk about salaries because you have the salary cap. You have to pay guys. You have to pay attention to that stuff, Randy. You can't just pay attention to the talent, which even then, we're not subpar compared to other teams. We are not at all. Right now we might be, but the rest of our team is going to prove themselves. I think within the next 3 to 4 years, a vast majority of the prospects that are on this team or going to be on this team, sorry boys, I turned my gain up instead of turning it down. A vast majority of these prospects that are on this team right now, or going to be on this team, they're going to be solid. They're going to be great. Randy, join the Discord or join the Discord in the description, and I'll be able to get you on. I won't get you on tonight because it's getting late, and my mom's probably going to be trying to go to sleep soon. But I would much rather. I would be down to have you countersuit my arguments. I like you say countersuits. It's like a lawsuit. I like that. I like that little phrasing. But no, I haven't invited guests on my stream because I just haven't done streams where I'm able to. I've done the WWE live streams and that's it. I haven't done many straight up hangout streams, which I'm going to. I'll probably do one within the next week or so, probably. Yeah, David Amber gushing about the possible line of Suzuki, Caulfield, Bedard just before the lotto start. That sucks, man. Randy, I will sue you. Ah, damn. All you were talking about are prospects with no proven NHL talent except for Stu. Well, again, Randy, because keep in mind, these guys are going to pan out. These guys have not played. It's not like that's the one thing I don't like about oh, well, you can't talk about prospects. You absolutely can. Philip Mazar looks great. Owen Beck looks great. These guys will pan out to the NHL level. Same as Joshua Waugh. Harvey Pinard played in the NHL this year. What was it? 40-something games. He had nearly 30 points. He played great. What did he do again? I think it was without Cole Caulfield playing. Without Caulfield playing. Now, I'm not saying Harvey Pinard and Caulfield would be on the same line, but that's just as an example. Cole Caulfield was not in this lineup. Suzuki was the only mainstay of this lineup. When Harvey Pinard came in, he was electric. He looked great. Now, is there a possibility that he doesn't do this again next year when he's on the Canadiens roster? Yeah, there's always that possibility. But will he? There's a good chance. There's a very decent chance that Harvey Pinard cracks our top 6. Middle 6, for sure. And again, like, that's the thing is, like, you look at teams like, say, Tampa Bay, for example. Tampa Bay or Chicago, when they were just building up their prospect systems for when they would eventually become a dynasty, for example, they were talked about as being good teams. Are you not allowed to? Are you not allowed to hype up your team or other teams because you know certain prospects are going to pan out and that certain prospects are going to be really, really good? Like, are we not allowed to talk about how Chicago should be really good because Connor Bedard hasn't played a single game in the National Hockey League yet? I don't know about that. Habs, sure, yeah, probably a couple of prospects are going to be a bust, but depending on where they were picked, you know, if you're picked in the 5th round, you're not a bust. You can only really be a gem. You know, you can really only be a gem by making the NHL at that stage. Harvey Pinard is 100% a gem. Caden Primo, you could argue technically is a gem just because he has played games in the NHL. He hasn't been great necessarily, but technically is a gem because he's played in the NHL as a 7th round draft pick. But, you know, but even then, Habs, that's like saying, oh, we have 50 picks, 20 of them are going to be busts. Even if that was the case, that's still 30 prospects of ours that made it. You know, the more prospects you have, the better likelihood of them making the NHL is. There's also that chance that they bust, obviously, but I trust Marc Bergevin in those last 2-3 years that he was drafting for the Canadiens and helping the Canadiens as general manager. And also with Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon, what they've done with the team in the first 2 years so far has been incredible. Technically first year or whatever. They've been great. They've been incredible. I've loved what this team has done. Exactly, Bob. They're going to get better in a hurry. Exactly. Hawks have 19 picks in the first 3 rounds in this draft, including some kid from BC. Exactly, Bob. Habs, I'm not saying Primo is a gem because, like, oh, he's this big NHL goaltender. No. But you look at players who are drafted in the 7th round. When was Caden Primo drafted? 2017 in the 7th round. 199th overall. Go to the 7th round in 2017. You know, you can technically say Caden Primo. Caden Primo is the biggest gem besides Wyatt Kahnawake. Wyatt Kahnawake, 9 points in 26 games in the National Hockey League. That's kind of a gem for the Flyers. That's a kind of a gem. Now, obviously, there's those, like, big gems, and then there's those, okay, well, we found this guy, and he's good. Nick Perbix just made his NHL debut this year. Is he a bit of a gem? Yeah, I think a lot of people have him as a pretty decent top 4 defenseman for the Tampa Bay Lightning going forward. Noah Cates, could he be a gem? Yeah, 47 points in 98 games. Jacob Pedersen. Now, of course, you get into the 5th round, 4th round, 3rd round, etc. The likelihood of a gem happening is less likely just because, again, you're getting into those rounds where you're more sort of expected to play into the NHL. By the time you're 25, 26, more than likely. Hey, no problem, Randy. Hell yeah. Go enjoy that, man. We'll keep talking sense over here, and you can go elsewhere if you want. But with the Canadiens, again, there's a lot of prospects that are going to be great for this team. There's likelihood of some of them busting, but the ones that are going to be very, very good will counteract the minor ones that might be busts. Again, Nick Suzuki is our captain. He's only 23. He's not even in his prime yet, and he just put up a 70-point season. I'm pretty sure. Was it 65, 70 points? He put somewhere around there up. He put 66 points. Sorry, he was near 70 points. And he has gotten better in a 60, 70-point season that season. Last season, 61 points. This season, 66 points. Same amount of assists, 5 more goals. A good part of that, half of that, was without Cole Caulfield, by the way. If Suzuki has Cole Caulfield to pass to, instead of Mike Hoffman and Josh Anderson, Suzuki's a point per game. Nick Suzuki is guaranteed at least point per game in the NHL. 100%. And that's not even getting into 23 points in 32 playoff games that you guys can't even see. I'm sorry for that. But, Nick Suzuki, he's proven himself. Kirby Dach, this year he played great. Could he do the same next year? Yeah, more than likely, I think he will. The Canadiens are going to be able to turn guys like Dach and Sean Farrell, Josh Waugh, and Yoris Slafkovsky. They have the head coach in Marty St. Louis and the scouting and the ability to turn these players into great NHLers. I will go on record as to saying the Montreal Canadiens have the best prospect system in the National Hockey League right now. This is excluding guys like Suzuki, who's played now 4 years in the NHL. He's not even a prospect. Cole Caulfield, who just got through his second professional NHL season. Arbor Jacki, who's playing his first, it technically can still be considered a prospect along with Yuroslavkovsky. These are guys who are going to develop into NHL caliber talents. Will some of them be superstars? Yes. I think Hill is coming in now. Vegas goalie Brossois just went down, looks hurt. Oh no, Randy. Oh no, Bob. Oh no, Bob. That is not good. Biased Habs fan laughed. I'm sure Habs. Habs, keep in mind, you're also a Habs fan. You are also a Habs fan. So my guy, if anything, you should be agreeing with me for the most part. You should be agreeing that the Canadiens are going to be good. You should agree that the Canadiens have one of the best prospect systems in the National Hockey League. Because we do. The Montreal Canadiens have one of the best prospect systems in the National Hockey League, if not the best prospect system in the National Hockey League. Actually, what I'm going to do, boys, I'm going to... is there a way that I can, like, counteract this to put this over here, for example? Okay, I can kind of do that. Can I actually do this? God damn it. Okay, let me do that. Sorry, boys, I'm trying to make this look a little bit better. Can I put my webcam there? I don't agree we have the best prospects pool in the league. Habs, why not? Counterattack. Don't just say, oh, I don't think we do. Just why? Why? What is your reasoning? What is the brain dead reasoning to think that we do not have one of, if not the best prospect pools in the National Hockey League? All right, I'm sorry, boys. Part of you guys is going to be cut off. Actually, no, it's not, because I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm gonna move this over. There we go. Now we're good. Oh, God. But why don't you think we have one of the best prospect pools in the National Hockey League, if not the best prospect pool in the National Hockey League? Because I think we absolutely have one of the best prospect pools in the National Hockey League. If we're talking about straight-up guys who are playing their first or second year, Sean Farrell is a prospect. He's going to be a good second, third line guy in the National Hockey League. Justin Barron, he's going to be good. Caden Gooley is going to be an amazing top-pairing defenseman in the National Hockey League. Jordan Harris is going to be good. I think he's going to be a decent top four guy. Yuroslavkovsky should be a good second liner at the very least, if not a first liner. Again, first overall pick, should be at least top 6. Arbor Jacki is going to be a good bottom pair defenseman. Could be top 4. I think more bottom pair, more just because of the defensive physical game that he plays. I'm not counting Cole Caulfield because he just got through his second professional season. I feel like that at that point you're not really a prospect. You're just becoming an NHL regular at that point. Philip Mazar should be a good second, third line guy. Same with Owen Beck. Emil Heineman, I think, is going to be a good third line guy. Jesse Ullinen could be a decent bottom 6 guy. Josh Waugh should be a pretty good middle 6 guy. Mishak at this point is looking like a pretty decent bottom 6 guy. I think he'll be. Raphael Harvey-Pinard, probably a good middle 6 guy. Logan Mailloux, I think he's going to be an incredible top 4 defenseman. Great offensive skill with that kid. He's showing nothing but the best. Jaden Struble could end up being a decent bottom pair defenseman. We'll see. I think Jacob Dobesh has potential to be an incredible starter in the National Hockey League. Truth of the matter is, I can say this, maybe the guys that I haven't mentioned, like William Trudeau, for example, he might be a top 4 guy, but Logan Mailloux just doesn't make it to the NHL. That could end up happening, for example. There's always that possibility. However, I think with the Montreal Canadiens, there are certain guys you can almost bank on being great NHLers, like Yuroslavkovsky and Sean Farrell, wherever he is up there, Josh Waugh. You can guarantee that these guys are going to be good in the National Hockey League, in my opinion. Ducks have a better prospect pool. No, they do not. Habs, no, they do not. You cannot count Trevor Zegras as a National Hockey League anymore. You cannot count him as an NHL prospect anymore. Columbus does not have a better prospect pool. Okay, Habs, I'm sorry, but you're actually retarded if you think the Sens and the Red Wings have better prospect pools. You're actually stupid if you think that's the case. Devils are not better. Habs, what we are qualifying as prospects are guys who have played 1, maybe 2 years in the NHL. I'm not counting Caulfield because of that playoff run and when he came in for those 10 games in 2021 before the playoffs. That I'm counting as a season technically, because it kind of is like a season at that point. Caulfield's played 3 seasons at this point. Habs, for you to say the Devils have a better prospect pool is for you to exclude Jack Hughes from having played already 3 seasons in the National Hockey League. For you to say the Sens have a better prospect pool when who do the Sens even have as a prospect? History. Ottawa Senators. Ott Senators, apparently. Okay, who is this better prospect pool than the Montreal Canadiens? Philip Nordberg. Oh, wow. Tyler Boucher. Oh, no. Picked 10th overall. Just a reminder, Tyler Boucher picked 10th overall ahead of Cole Sillinger, Matt Coronado, Sebastian Cossa, Brendan Ottman, Jesper Wallstead, Wyatt Johnson. Yes, Tyler Boucher, clearly he's going to be something good. Clearly, when he had 17 points in 21 games, sure, but this kid is a more of a goon Tom Wilson. This kid sucks. How can you openly say the Senators have a better prospect pool when their number one prospect is Zach Ostapchuk? I like Zach Ostapchuk, but there is no way in hell that guy is your number one prospect. Ridley Gregg, don't even say Ridley Gregg is good, because he is a third liner on a majority of teams. This is a guy who will be forced to play second line minutes for the Ottawa Senators because they don't have a legitimate number 2 center. Claude Giroux, oh wow, he's 34, 35 at this point? We're talking about in 5 years when this team is fully constructed and Claude Giroux is probably retired, if not playing maybe back in Philadelphia, for example. This guy, Ridley Gregg, is a third line center who's going to be forced to play second line minutes. I guarantee it 100%. My guy, I guarantee it. Come on. There is no way that you can say the Sens have a better prospect pool or the Red Wings. Absolutely not. The Blue Jackets do not. I like David Jiricek. Jiricek is great. But there is, again, no way that you can say that the Blue Jackets have a better prospect pool than the Montreal Canadiens. There is a 0% chance that you can say that and not be dumb. I'm sorry. Jiricek's great. Den Matachuk, I like him. Luca Del Belbaluz is a great meme name. But Ken Johnson, as much as I like him, is he better than most of the Canadiens' prospects? Is Cole Sillinger better than most of the Canadiens' prospects? I like Stanislav Svozil. That's a great gem right there. Igor Chinnikov, is he really panning out to the level he was expected to? Samuel Kenchko, Nikolai Makarov, he could be okay. But are these guys really going to be better than what the Canadiens have right now? Kirill Marchenko, could he be Rafael Harpinardi's a being legit, consistent 20-30 goal scorers like Kirill Marchenko seemingly would have been if he played the whole year? Yeah, there's that possibility, but it's 1 year, just like Harvey Pinard. That is 1 year. Do I think they're both going to have good seasons next year? Yeah, I think Marchenko is probably going to be a good 20-25 goal scorer. If he's playing on a wing with, I was going to say Bedard, I'm so used to them getting first overall. If Columbus actually develops their prospects well enough and they actually have a good first-line center, then yeah, Marchenko could end up being a 30-goal scorer this year, just like Harvey Pinard next year could end up putting up 40-50 points if he's playing with guys that aren't playing because they're hurt, because other guys are hurt and they have to come to the lineup. Michael Pezzetta. There's the possibility that they both are one-year wonders. There's a possibility they're NHL mainstays from now on. There's a possibility one of them is a mainstay and one of them is a one-year wonder. Definitely. But I don't think that you can go out and straight up say that the Blue Jackets have a better prospect pool than the Montreal Canadiens. There is no way, in my opinion, that you can absolutely say that. There is no way that you can say that, my guy. Come on. There are several stages teams go through over a certain period of time, not challenging for a cup, then in a contender group. Lower than that, I'd say is up-and-coming, below that you have rebuilding. Definitely, Habs. I think this year the Habs kind of moved out of rebuilding into up-and-coming. I think you could tell with a lot... of the guys that the Canadiens called up for parts of this year. Harvey Pinard again with Caden Gooley, Justin Barron, Jordan Harris, Arbor Jacki. These guys making their debuts with how good they were before a lot of them were shut down for the year or hurt for vast portions of the season. Like with Caden Gooley. People forget he only played like 50 games this year. He played great for a guy who A, was a rookie, and B was hurt for 30 games of the year. He still played great. I would definitely say that the Habs are out of rebuilder into up and coming. I think this year they moved out of there, and I think next year, as long as they're healthy and maintain the level of play, if not getting better, obviously that they had this year, they absolutely have what it takes. I think Montreal Canadiens have what it takes to get out of up and coming into up and coming full time next year, and then I think 2 years from then we'll probably be in contender, and then probably 2 more years from then into cup contender. Now, of course, is there a possibility that the Canadiens surprise us and they're worse than they were this year next year? Yes. Is there that possibility that they somehow are in a playoff spot? That they're in a playoff spot next year? Yeah, there's always that possibility. Is there a possibility they stay stagnant to where they were this year? Definitely. We'll see next year. Hockey is completely unpredictable. We might say, okay, Canadiens are probably going to finish the 7th worst record in the NHL, and then they might end up being a top 3 in the division potentially. There's also that possibility we are lower than what we expect, There's always that potential. You can really never predict hockey. What you're predicting is basically what you want to happen, kind of, or what you think might happen. You know, it's not like basketball or football or partly even baseball, where you can kind of predict, okay, yeah, no, you know, okay, Golden State's going to be like top of their conference, blah, 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 whatever. You know, you can't really predict that with hockey a lot of the time. How many people predicted Boston to finish outside of the playoffs and one of the worst teams in the league, if not just our division? And nobody expected them to do what they did this year. In more ways than one, both regular season and postseason. Nobody expected that. Nobody at all expected that. So, for me, I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks, there's a part of me that thinks, you know, obviously I want them to be into cup contender next year. That'd be awesome, but it's not going to happen, obviously. I do think they're an up and comer though, 100% though. It's based on talent and prospects in the system. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Matthew Wood, 6'3", power forward. Thank you, Eternal. Sebastian Costa is good. Sucks just like Primo. Definitely the Habs. Clearly, Sebastian Costa is good, which is why he sucks just like Primo. Exactly. Thank you, my guy. Zach Ostapchuk sounds like he should be a goalie. He does, Bob. Zach stops puck. Honestly, I'm surprised he never tried to be a goaltender. Or maybe he did, and we just didn't. Maybe he just didn't work out. Who knows? Habs one of the best prospect pool. Well, then you're stupid again, Habs. Columbus does not top us, Habs. Columbus does not at all top us. Ken Johnson is not better than most of our prospects, my guy. Cole Sillinger can be. No, he cannot, Habs. Did you see the season Cole Sillinger just had, my guy? Did you not see the season that Cole Sillinger just had? Also, Kent Johnson, no. No. Again, just no. You're so biased over the Habs. No. Habs. I'm being honest, my guy. I'm being honest. I'm not being biased. I'm just giving my honest opinion. If you don't like it, you can fuck off. If you don't want to try and debate it, you know, if you don't like it, you know, you don't like the channel, you can just fuck off, my guy. Come on. Gooley was a prime part of the Habs D on a very thin blue line. Exactly, Bob. Caden Gooley. People, I think, expect him, okay, you know, he'll be a decent, you know, bottom pair, play some top 4 minutes. You know, maybe some games he'll get, top pair minutes. Nobody expects him to come in immediately. Yeah, no, Caden Gooley within 10 games, like, oh, yeah, no, Caden Gooley's our best blue liner. Now, granted, yes, it was on a thin blue line, but it's more of a compliment to Caden Gooley over a bit of disrespect directed at our blue line overall. Mike Matheson came in and was probably the best blue liner overall, but the fact that Caden Gooley was still number 2, only to a guy who was on pace for 50, 60 points throughout the whole year. What was Mike Matheson actually? Mike Matheson. I'm typing in all caps just because I don't really care. Yeah, 34 points in 48 games. I don't know if you guys can. Okay, you guys can see. Roughly 55, 60 points if we're lucky. 55, 60 points on the season. Caden Gooley was only second to that. That's how good Caden Gooley is. That's how good he is. But Habs, again, I'm not biased. You're just dumb. I'm sorry. Who do I want the Canadians to draft? Salty. I would love Michkov, but apparently, given that he's expected to drop hard because of the whole Russia thing, I wouldn't mind him at 17 if the Leafs can somehow come back. And it would be awesome. Yeah. It would be really, really cool to, it'd be really cool to see us, I think, go for Zach Benson or Will Smith or a Dalibor Dvorsky. I think one of those guys would be who I want as a Montreal Canadian after the draft, Salty Wings and Avs fan. Biggest choke ever, maybe? It might be Bob, honestly. It might honestly be the biggest choke ever for sure. Habs, yeah, Costa over Primo, which is why you said Costa's good. Canadians have the best prospect pool aside from you're stupid. Come on, my guy. You're dumb. Come on, my guy. Habs, I'm sorry, but you actually have to be mentally retarded. I mean, I've seen what you look like, so I know that you are, but yeah. Ken Johnson's underrated. Defense, give him time. But Salty Wings, I like Ken Johnson. It's just, I don't know if he's better than most of the Habs prospects. I don't know if I'd say that. Habs Digest on YouTube reporting that Hughes just said that he might move the 5th overall pick in the press conference right after the draft. Really, Bob? Really? Habs Digest on YouTube is reporting that. Hughes just said that he might move the 5th overall pick. Really? Well, you know what? If he does, honestly, as long as we get a fucking haul back for it, I might be fine with that. I mean, keep in mind as well, saying I might move the pick, basically is just saying we're going to listen to offers and see if there's anything we like. That's kind of basically what it's saying. Now, if he says, we are moving that pick, then yeah, no, definitely that, then definitely there's that possibility that he moves it. But again, like I said, unless he's saying, no, we will move the pick, then no. It's just basically, the way I'm hearing that is, again, basically, like you said, Bob, he's just fishing, like, basically, okay, 5th overall's on the block, what do you guys want to offer? Basically, like, something like that. Or in other words, maybe potentially just a, hey, we're trying to see if we can get, like, this, like, a big type of player. Not Dubois, but, like, for example, not a Crosby, but, like, a really, really good player, like an 80, 90 point player that we can get for a young one, more than likely, for 5th overall, for example. I think we might be trying to look at something like that. I smell Benson, Smith, or Dalibor to Montreal. Salty, yeah, kind of me too. I would love Michkov if we get, again, say 17th if the Leafs come back, or maybe 28th, say they're 28th, somewhere around, or, no, I think 29 through 32 is where they can end if they beat the Leafs. When they beat the Leafs, I should say, sorry. Because Michkov, I do think is going to fall hard. I think he's going to fall hard. Of course, it's depending on if we also end up trading up or down, I guess, technically, with 5th. But, with 5th overall, if we use that pick to select, I probably see Zach Benson or Will Smith. Dvorsky could maybe be the pick, but I see it being more Benson or Smith. You're dumb, man? Yeah, I'm sure I am, Habs. That's why I'm the one that's streaming and actually have people watching me, and you just make really bad music covers on your other channel. I don't want Michkov, and Leafs aren't coming back. I never said they were. I'm just saying you get 17 if Florida wins. Do you, Salty Wings and Avs fan? Do you? Do the Avs get 17th overall? Did they not trade their pick away this year? Or are you thinking of the Red Wings? No way's a Habs fan. Well, Habs, here's the thing. Again, here's the thing. 1, I don't want the Leafs to win. 2, the only reason I do want the Leafs to win is because of my best friend. She's a Maple Leafs fan. And also 3, I would prefer the Panthers to win because, spoiler, I'm a Panthers fan when I'm not a Habs fan. You clearly are good. You clearly are a fan of the channel, definitely. Hughes was scouting Dalibor. Was he, Salty Wings? That's interesting. I know he was scouting David Reinbacher, and he would like that to see. I know that we were potentially trying to get Reinbacher at 17, I think was the idea. But now that the Maple Leafs are probably going to lose to the Panthers, it's more than likely that picks, like I said, in the top 4. You guys know what I mean, the top 4 of the draft. So it's not likely that we're gonna get Dalibor, Reinbacher, unless he somehow drops hard. But I doubt it. That would make sense. Yeah. It's not what I look like. I'm sure it's not, Habs. Vegas 2-1 Marchessault again. Okay, Liam Belair. You're retarded if you're going to want Leafs to beat the Panthers. Well, Habs, again, with what I just said, you're the retard, my guy. Hughes might also be fishing. I think he's better than, like, Waugh or Kidney. Exactly, Salty Wings. I mean, like, Waugh, I don't think so, because I think Waugh is going to be a hell of a playmaker, even like Sean Farrell as well. But Kidney, yeah, no, he's better than Kidney. But, like, yeah, no, like, Slavkovsky, if you want to count him, Caulfield, which I don't want to, because, again, technically 3 seasons because of the playoff season. But if you want to go over certain players as well, like, you can't really compare as well. If you want to say Ken Johnson to, say, Caden Gooley, for example, I wouldn't even do that because you can't. It's hard to compare forwards to defensemen, just like goaltenders to any other position. It's kind of hard to, and vice versa with forwards and defensemen. It's kind of hard to compare that as well. I don't make music covers. You're retarded. I think I'm like, well, Habs. I mean, I don't know. Given that you actually know who the kid is that makes music covers, pretty sure that you are him. And also, you type like that kid too. So you're probably Liam Belair. No Wings. We have the Isles pick. Really salty. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, how did you get the Isles? Okay, wait, no. Isles traded the pick to Vancouver for Horvat, and then they traded that pick to the Wings for Philip Fornak. Yeah, okay, no, I remember that now. Okay, yeah, okay, I get that, Maple Leafs suck, you're a Habs fan. Clearly they suck, which explains how they made the playoffs over us this year, clearly. Fake Habs fan to cheer for the Leafs. I'm not a fake Habs fan, my guy. I love the fucking Canadians. You know what? I think you're the fucking dumbass who thinks that I'm a fake Habs fan because I want my best friend to be happy. Clearly, I'm a fake Habs fan because I want my best friend to be happy. Definitely, you fucking retard. If Arizona gets punished for pre-draft workouts, why doesn't Chicago get punished? I don't know. I don't know. Reinbacker's going top 12. Salty, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I'm one of those guys, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes top 12, but it also wouldn't surprise me if he drops. Like, you get what I mean? Like, it would surprise me if he goes, say, top 5, obviously. Top 10, maybe. I think he's around that 11-12 spot. But it wouldn't surprise me if he drops around to 15, 17. It wouldn't surprise me. Anything beyond that, probably it's like, wow, Reinbacker fell this far. You know what I mean? I think around there. You can't be talking. You look like, I'm sure I do, Habs. I'll have you know that I'm not a pedophile. Did little kids But, I mean, I don't know. You definitely look like one. That's a joke, YouTube. That's a joke. This is playful hazing. We're going back and forth. This is a joke, YouTube. Don't worry. You don't got to take down the video or the channel. It's a joke, YouTube. Don't worry. Hi. I want Waugh. Me too, Salty Wings. I want Josh Waugh. You don't even have to want Josh Waugh to be good. He just is going to be. He is going to be good, man. Josh Waugh is going to be great. Kidney's going to take a little bit of development, I think. I like Riley Kidney, and I want him to be good, but him is going to take development. I think Waugh at this point is just basically wait for him to get good at this point. Exactly, Lucas. Columbus does not have a better prospect pool, exactly. We were going through, and we were talking about, I think I still have it open, yeah. We were going through that this kid basically thinks David Juracek, Danton Matichuk, Luca Del Bel Belouz, Jordan Dumas, Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, Carson Kuhlmans, Stanislav Svozil, Nikolai Makarov, Igor Chinnikov, Samuel Konachku, Eric Horjda, Liam Foudet, and Alex Tuxet. No, not Alex Tuxet. Alexander Texier, obviously. But Liam Foudet. These guys are better than the Canadiens' prospect pool of Yuri Slafkovsky, Philip Mezar, Owen Beck, Lane Hudson. I didn't even bring up Lane Hudson in this debate yet. Engstrom is a hit or miss, probably. Logan Mailloux. Joshua Waugh, Joe Verbatic, Caden Gooley, Jan Mishak, Sean Farrell, Jacob Dobesh, Cole Caulfield, Jaden Struble, Raphael Harvey Pinard, and Jesse Ullinen, and Jordan Harris if you want to count him at this point. You're saying that these guys are all better than you're saying that Columbus's prospect pool is better than the Canadiens. I think that you're kind of dumb, my guy. I think you're kind of dumb. Yeah, dude, exactly. Lane and Mazar, Salty, exactly, man. It's like, wow. Well, Habs, how come you're using it then, my guy? How come you were using it? I hope Waugh is good. Me too, man. Me too. Exactly. Stop bitching, Habs. Come on, my guy. Stop bitching, my guy. You're just pissy because I debated you and I was right and the Canadiens have a better prospect pool. Honestly, Habs, I'm actually thinking you're a fake Habs fan for not thinking we have one of the best prospect pools or the best prospect pool in the National Hockey League. I think it's hilarious that you want to come on here and you want to try and say, oh, Habs don't have the best prospect pool, and then all you want to say in return is, I'm dumb and I'm stupid, when I'm giving you proof that we have a better prospect pool simply by naming off players' names. All you got to do is name off, again, Jesse Ullinen, kind of, if you want to count him at this point, Raphael Harvey Pinard, Caden Gooley, Jan Mishak, Jacob Dobesh, Joe Verbatic, Joshua, Logan Mailloux, Slafkovsky, Mazar, Beck, Hudson. Literally, all I had to do was say Lane Hudson, and I won. Habs have one of the best prospect pools with just Lane Hudson, without excluding any of the other players and prospects that we have. My guy. Come on, my guy. Oh god, where am I? They're both in the queue, exactly, Salty Wings. Like, say it's close. Dumas is good. I like Jordan Dumais. As well, for sure. But it's just like, he's a guy that's hit or miss, I think. I think Juracek is going to be a great top 2 defenseman. I like Denton Matichuk, too. But I don't think they're going to be better than a lot of the Canadiens prospects. Exactly, Lucas. I like Adam Engstrom. He's good. It's just like you said, our left defense is so good. It's like, unless we hurt it by trading out 2 or 3 guys ahead of him, he's not going to get to play in the NHL. Or unless we trade him, obviously. What about Detroit's pool? Salty Wings. I actually don't know what Detroit's pool looks like. Actually, what I can just do is 2022 entry draft. Find Detroit. Okay, Marco Kasper. I like Marco Kasper. I think he'll be a decent second line guy. Amadeus Lombardi. I forgot there was a guy named Amadeus. I'm hoping this guy pans out because it'd be cool to say, hey, there's a guy named Amadeus that plays in the NHL. But I like him. Simon Edvinson's going to be incredible. Sebastian Cossa. You guys are going to heavily regret not picking fucking what's his name? God damn it. I can't think of his name. Fucking Jesper Wallstedt. I just barely loaded the draft. Jesper Wallstedt. Kossa's going to be a decent starter. He's going to be a decent starter. But you're going to regret not picking Jesper Wallstedt, I think. Absolutely. Lucas Raymond, you can't even count Raymond as a prospect because he's played 2 seasons in the National Hockey League at this point. Has he not played through 3? No, 2. Sorry. Yeah, Jan Bednar. I think Bednar is actually going to be a pretty decent goaltender. Maureen Seider, you can kind of count him. Keep in mind, again, like if you're going into your 3rd season next year, I don't know if I can count you as a prospect. That's why I didn't count Cole Caulfield, again, because he already technically played 2 without the playoff season. So, like, you can't even count, again, like Philip Zadina, Joe Veleno, Maureen Seider, Lucas Raymond. You can't count who would be assumed as their 4 best prospects. Like the Canadiens, you'd argue probably Cole Caulfield is their best prospect. You probably can't say that you probably have to argue against Detroit having a better pool again, just because of the, you probably lose again. You probably lose their 4 best prospects because they've already played 2 seasons in the NHL. Habs have a good prospect pool. We don't have the best. Yes, we do. Looking them up online, making you look cool. I'm sure they are Habs. It's called research, my guy. You might want to do it in the future. It's top 3, exactly. Top 10 pool. Salty Wings. I mean, again, like, I like some of the prospects that you have left. Redmond, Savard, or Savage. Savage, I think it is, because of the USHL, unless he's one of those weird Canadian prospects that went over to play in the friggin' US for some reason, like fucking Fantilli did. But unless you're one of those guys, like, I don't know. I feel like not an amazing prospect pool. Also notice Habs left, so thank you, Habs, for leaving. The stream is now better because you're gone. The Blues lose 4 first-round picks for the free agency snafu with Scott Stevens back in the 90s. Chicago loses nothing for a far more severe... Well, how is it far more severe, Jeremy? Jeremy, I apologize if I'm misspeaking your name. I don't know if it's a French name or something. Gardner could be French, could not be. I'm just going to call you Mr. Gardner just because I feel like I'm saying Gardner. I don't think it's Gardner or something like that, but Gardner. Keep in mind as well, the NHL system was completely different back then. The Blues only lost 4 first-round picks because they signed Scott Stevens. I don't think you're even getting that right, actually. Was it not the Devils that lost? New Jersey. Fuck. Come on, there we go. New Jersey. Fuck, I'm typing in the wrong place. New Jersey, Scott Stevens, St. Louis Blues. I'm only typing in all caps just because it's easier. Sorry. New Jersey, Scott Stevens. Let me look it up. Let me find Wikipedia. Why not? So Washington, the Blues. Okay, I forgot. He went to Washington, then St. Louis, then New Jersey. Yeah. So, like, here's the thing. This is the case here. 8 seasons in Washington. Stevens moved on. 4-year deal to St. Louis. He was a restricted free agent. Washington did match the offer sheet. They originally received 2 first-round picks and $100,000 in cash. That's weird. They did. So they actually lost 5 first-round picks. But also keep in mind, Jeremy. Keep in mind that's the thing. Exactly, Salty. They lost the picks from an offer sheet. It wasn't like it was, the Capitals just let him walk and they lost those picks because, you didn't re-sign your free agent. No, they're 2 different situations. The Blues lost those picks because he was a restricted free agent and they knew the risk that was going to come to them, losing 2 or 5 first-round picks. I think it did become 5 first-round picks for Scott Stevens, who then went on a year later to play... wait, what? Wait, I just realized. How did New Jersey sign Scott Stevens after a year? Because the Devils signed him to a 4-year deal. I just realized that. That's weird. But yeah, like they lose 5 first-round picks because Scott Stevens is a restricted free agent. Chicago doesn't lose anything because they didn't sign anybody that was a restricted free agent that wasn't already their own restricted free agents. They traded out Kane respectfully at his request, kind of, to a team that he wanted to go to. They traded out Max Domi at the deadline. They traded out Alex DeBrincat. They traded out Kirby Dach. This isn't a punishable offense to trade guys out and to tank, really. The NHL tries to prevent it just by, the draft lottery or whatever. But still, it's not a punishable offense just to trade guys out. The thing with Scott Stevens, again, was an offer sheet and a restricted free agency situation. And even then, if it was more of he was an unrestricted free agency and they lost picks, because we're going back to, I think it was the 80s when it was still a thing where you sign a free agent away from another team, they get compensation in return, for example. That's more of a thing where, that's how it was in the 80s, for example. Again, I don't get what you're trying to say, Jeremy, where the St. Louis Blues lost that compensation, again, because he's an RFA, and things have changed since then. The NHL realized, this is kind of stupid. Why should teams have to pay other teams to sign free agents if they're not restricted, So, like, I don't get why you're losing your mind about that. I mean, if we're going to, like, the Kyle Beach situation, like, did they not lose a couple picks as a result? Did they not get fined money because of that, Mazur and Lombardi are going to be good. Yeah, they will, Salty Wings. I think Lombardi's going to be good. Mazur, I haven't actually looked up too much about him, but I'll trust your word on that. Lombardi needs protein. He had a good assist in the AHL. Did he, Salty Wings? Or I think you meant good stint. I think you meant. Yeah, Mayu, 59 games, 25 goals, 53 points in the playoffs so far. 15 games, 6 goals, and 17 points. He is going to be a monster, Bob. I've started to watch some of the OHL. I just need to get like a full like okay when their schedule is or whatever, because he's in the finals now. He's with the London Knights in the OHL finals, which is awesome. But yeah, no, Logan Mailloux this season tore it up. And like here's the thing, even though he's 20, I think he might be 21, but I think he's 20. This is a guy where he is going to be incredible. He is going to be at the very least a top 4 defenseman. I will argue he plays probably second pair just because of the defense. Like he can work on his defensive game, but he's going to be a great top 4 guy. Probably a really good second line, second unit player, first unit power play. He's going to be an incredible playmaker and he has a really good shot. I really like Mailloux's shot. Ryan O'Reilly, yes sir. Will Smith is the Canadiens' best prospects. Well, it's going to be Zach Benson after we draft him. Buchnikov apparently stepped it up in the KHL. Savard is in the NCAA. Thank you, Salty, for letting me know. Well, goddamn, the fucking Red Wings have a couple more prospects that I do not know much about. Then I want to trade some picks for Cat or Connor. I don't know if Kyle Connor would be getting traded. I do think Cat is on the move 100%. I think Alex DeBrincat is 100% going to get moved by the Senators if he apparently wants to do the right thing and not sign with Ottawa, because who the fuck wants to play in Ottawa? Then yeah, no, that makes 100% sense. That's 100% great if say Detroit or Montreal or fucking for some reason Chicago traded for DeBrincat. That would be great. I think that would be a really, really solid deal for whoever trades for DeBrincat. Knights up 2-1, 0 penalties in the first, but both teams got away with tons of high sticks and cross checks. So I already said I don't want to hear any complaining about the one penalty was Kane being stupid after the period's over. Yeah, Kat, I mean that's just Evander Kane being stupid. You know, he's Evander Kane. He's used to it by now, I think. Lombardi weighs 100. Holy shit. Weighs 165 pounds. Habs should lose a pick for drafting Mayer. I agree with you, Salty. No, but legit, like, I find it so weird how many people were bitching and moaning when we picked Logan Mailloux, and like, I didn't want Mailloux just because I didn't know much about him at the time we drafted him. I wanted Atu Ratu because he was still there at the time, and it was Stankoven. I wanted the other lever, so it was just like, oh. Logan Mailloux, I recognized that kid, I think. And I looked him up, and I was like, oh, okay, he's this guy, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll hold out hope on him, whatever. And then this year, he's been like, yeah, nope. He's proven me right, baby. Let's go. Yeah, Salty, I'm sure you were happy because we didn't draft Stankoven. I wanted Stankoven or Ratu, like I said, but yeah, no, I think Stankoven's actually honestly better for himself in Detroit, and I think Ratu, before he was dealt to the Canucks, actually probably could have been really, really good for the Islanders. Now he'll just be really suppressed in Vancouver. Dude, yeah, on the power play, Bob, yeah, Gouli and Mailloux, like, whew, that's going to be a hell of a power play, dude. On the back end, Gouli, Mailloux, up front, probably Caulfield, Suzuki, if we keep the pick, say Michkov, for example, or if you want to play one of the Michkov and Caulfield on the second unit, like, just, whew. Salty, did I not say he's doing better for himself in Dallas? I thought I said he was doing better for himself in Dallas. And yeah, Ratu, yeah, being suppressed in Vancouver, man, just, that sucks. That sucks. I hate that the Islanders traded him. I don't get, I get why, but it's just weird. No, I get that, Kat. I get that you don't want to hear him complaining. I don't either, man. I don't want to hear that either. Yeah. Oh my god, my fucking throat is just throbbing right now. Apparently Sporty tried to call. I apologize. Nobody let me know, so yeah. Sporty, I don't know if you're still here. If you want to say in the chat that I'm going to call you, I can get you on. I don't mind. 3-4 years, Harry, the Habs will be... Oh, no, yeah, Bob, absolutely. We are going to be the best of the conference in 3 to 4 years. We are going to be the team that everybody looks at and thinks, how did we let this happen? How did we let Cole Caulfield fall to 15th overall? How did we let Caden Gouli fall to 15th overall? How did we let Lane Hudson fall to nearly the 3rd round? We picked him, I think, the second to last pick in 2021? Or 2022? Yeah, 62nd overall. Oh, yeah, that was like 3 picks before. Yeah, 62nd. We picked him right before the Rangers. Common Rangers L, if you ask me. Yeah, dude, just... Oh, dude, look at this kid. Dude, Lane Hudson's going to be really good. Yeah, don't worry, Salted Wings. I'm not expecting Chicago to be good for a long time. I'm not expecting them to be good, really good, Bob. I mean, that's how you get good. It's either by trading out picks for guys that are good and just ruining your whole future, or what we're doing, being patient, waiting for prospects and players to get good. Again, you look at the team right now. We look at this team. What I want to do, actually, I want to open up a I want to open up a WordPad, and I want to track that. Can I open up a WordPad real quick? Yes, I can. So I will. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna not screen share. I'm actually gonna add a. I want to add a window capture. I really hope it lets me. Sons, yeah, I'm still alive. I said it was gonna go an hour ago, and then we had a retard come in. Yeah, WordPad. Window. WordPad. There we go. Okay, so boys, yeah. All right, so do not capture my. What I'm gonna do real quick is actually. Before we do this, I am going to transform. No, I'm not going to transform. How do I filters? Edit filters. Sorry, boys. I'm still new to using. OBS Studio. So 250. No, 100, 150, 165, 175. There we go. There we go. Okay, 20, 35. There we go. All right, boys. So this is a blank sheet of paper. Or at least it's going to act as a blank sheet of paper. Oh my god, this looks perfect. Alright, so for example... Alright, so there we go. Even 150, that's actually kind of... Can I do 100 and... I might be able to. Alright, sorry. So, alright, what's OBS, a streaming service thing? Yes, Salty. OBS Studio, it's open broadcasting software. It's where I'm able to, It's where I'm able to broadcast. Retard, I represent that. Oh, you meant the fake Habs fan disguised as a Blue Jackets fan. Exactly, Bob. But yeah, sons, go back like 25 minutes if you want to see what I was talking about with Liam Belair. Okay, so again, boys. So we're going to look at the Canadiens roster. I know we've been live for the draft lottery, but real quick before we leave, I want to go over. I'm actually going to load the stream so I can still see the chat. My phone is completely charged. That's awesome. Sorry, but I'm going to load up the stream real quick just so I can see your chat messages while I'm actually, alright, there we go. Brossois out for the season. Jack, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Happy to see you, my good sir. Brossois out now with injury. Yeah, it did look nasty. It definitely did. I know that. But we're going to look at the Canadiens roster. So what I'm going to do, boys, is I'm rebuilding the Hawks in NHL 23, and we are glorious. Oh, sons, I love it. So what we're gonna do, boys, is we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do it like this. We're not gonna do power play lines or anything like that. We are just going to, without including who we might end up drafting, say this year, for example. There's a defenseman playing center. Oh my God, sons, that is brilliant. That is elite. That's incredible. So we're going to build this team. So, for example, first line center, Suzuki. And we're not doing the Dubois trade either. So this is literally just with the prospects that we have. Looking at who's currently on the team before we get into like who's injured or whatever. Right away, though, I will put Caulfield on the right wing because I'm assuming he will go back to the right wing. And this is including like Josh Anderson, for example. This is a roster, say, that's the thing. If we're building a roster 3 years from now, for example. If we're building a roster 3 years from now, Doc is on that second line, in my opinion. Sean Farrell, I think he's restricted to the third line. I honestly think Sean Farrell might end up being forced to play on the third line. Now, that's on the roster right now. Who's on the back end? I think in 4 years from now, where's Mike Matheson, though? Because I do think we end up trading him. Monahan under contract. He technically is, Jack. He is technically under contract, but he is a pending UFA, and I don't know if we're going to re-sign him, unfortunately. Does Arbor stay? Salty, I actually think Arbor does stay. I think he's a mainstay on the fourth line, a third blue line. And I've said this before. I was mentioning this in Discord. I would not be opposed to the idea of putting Jack Guy on the fourth line left wing. I would not be opposed to putting him on fourth line left wing, give him prime PK minutes. I would not be opposed to that. But for the sake of this, we're not going to change players' positions. We're just going to keep them. If you're a blue liner, you're a blue liner. If you're a forward, you're a forward, for example. Gooley, no doubt, is first pair blue liner, in my opinion. I'm going to be completely honest. I think your second pair might end up being Harrison Barron. Now, of course, these are probably going to change as we get into more of the prospects and whatever. How long is Doc with the Canadiens? At least under the current contract. Can you guys see this despite the... Oh, well, you kind of can't. Doc is signed for... Can I actually do this? Yeah. So Doc is actually signed... You can't see, but he signed for 3 more years. So he signed until 25-26. And after that, he's actually still an RFA. So he still has that final year of restricted free agency with the Canadiens. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to see how that pans out, I think. So yeah, you got those three guys. I like Matheson, but unfortunately I do think he's going to be out by then. And call me crazy, I think Montembeau's still the backup in 4 years. I think he's the starter for the next 3 years, but I think he does end up becoming the backup by that stage. I've already gone over Caulfield and Jack-Eye. It wouldn't surprise me if Slavkovsky does develop into that good first-line talent that he was expected to develop into. I forgot we retained that salary on Nick Bonino. I forgot about that. Now, see, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, firstly, what I'm going to do... Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm actually want to move over the word pad. So I'm going to move over the word pad. I'm actually going to put it down here because I don't think we're going to really do anything like that. There we go. So, alright, so there we go. So, now we look at the forwards. We look at the rest of the forwards. Who goes where? If you're asking me, Beck plays second line. I think Mazar's on that third line too. I think Mazar is stuck there. I think Heineman's on the fourth line. Now, see, this is where it gets tricky because, again, there's certain guys who can play multiple positions, so it's not 100% sure. Mazar's a dog. I think he's going to be elite. Yes, he is. He is, Jack. I can hope he is. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put him on the second line. I thought there might be one more right winger that there might be. I thought there might be one more right winger, for example, that is that might be above Philip Mazar. We'll see if there is. There very well might be that when we get into the actual draft picks, but we'll see. If he is only signed through 26, the Habs would be smart to extend him for 2-3 more years. He's been very solid and will be a great veteran for all the prospects coming up. Yes, he will be, Bob. Absolutely. Hot take. Holy shit, we got John in the chat. Let's go. John Viveros, hot take hockey in the chat. Let's go, baby. How's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. If this is the real John, I'm hoping it is. I don't know if John... Actually, I'm going to see. I'm going to check if John's live right now because I think sorry, I'm seeing okay, sorry. I can't tell if John is still live or not, but I'm assuming that's the real John. If that is, hell yeah, let's go. Thank you for coming by, John. I appreciate that, man. If it's not the real John, well then please piss off. But if it is the real John, thank you for coming. If it's real, thank you. If it's fake, I hate you. No. Oh, you ended early. Okay, John, thank you. Yeah, I like it. It's real John. Hey, thank you for coming by. Fake one, get out. No, but thank you for coming by, John. I appreciate it. You ended early. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you. But yeah, you ended early. Hope stream went well for you. Obviously, I unfortunately couldn't come by because I was doing my own stream, but I hope you had a good stream. Yeah, Bob, I agree though. If Doc is signed until 26, which again, yeah, you guys can't see really, but if Doc is signed until 26, it would be the smart thing. Definitely give him at least 2 to 3 more years. I'd maybe even go 4 years. Sign him until he's 30. Because by that point the Habs core should be solidified and he should be that consistent second line center unless Beck somehow surprises everybody and just does that good. It wouldn't surprise me. Hey, no problem, John, no problem. I'll try and come by in the future if I can. I'll try to. Joshua, definitely. Oh, Joshua, that was the guy. Joshua. But just in case, I will put Waugh third line because there's that possibility that he doesn't pan out to the level of Mazar, and there's also the possibility Mazar maybe ends up being worse than Joshua. We'll see though. Cat, you love the hat. Thank you. I'm glad you love the cat. I'm glad you love the hat, Cat. Thank you. That rhymed, and I want to die. Why did I hesitate? I don't know. Yeah. So Joshua Waugh. Riley Kinney's an interesting one. Harry, look at DMs. All right, I will do that in just a second to Reno. That's oh, it's not Suns? Aw, damn. Damn, that's not actually can I look at something real quick? No, not that. No, I don't want to end my stream. Sorry, boys. I'm trying to find a prospect thing that I don't want to show on stream. Do you keep Evans a second? That's a good question, Bob. Honestly, I don't even know in 3 to 4 years if he's going to be. Yeah. Okay. Yes. No. Yeah. No. John isn't. That's not the real John. All right. Yeah. That's not the real John. All right. Thank you. Habs Absolutely Hockey for coming by, acting as John. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate it. HTH Habs hype. Yeah. Because clearly that's something John Viveros would say, and not capitalizing HTH at all. Clearly. Sorry. Let's go, baby. I mean, I doubt John would create an alternate account just to come onto the channel. I doubt it. So I'm pretty sure it's a fake John. I even called it too. If it's the real John, how's it going? If it's a fake John, get out. So yeah, no, piss off. Jack, Galley is not going to be on the second line in 3 to 4 years. Let me Habs 2025-26. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to make this bold just so I can, like... There we go. So, there we go. Which means I actually got to up this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Let's get some... Okay. Okay. Alright, come on, my guy. Come on, you're done. You're done, my guy. Alright, thank you, John, for coming by. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, it's not the real John, as funny as that would be. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. He showed me an ID. It said McLovin on it, so I let him in. Was that wrong? Nah, Bob, no, that's not wrong. Anyone who's got a McLovin ID should absolutely be allowed. Absolutely. But no, Jack, again, we're going off like 25, 26, so Galley is probably retired by that point, honestly. Keep in mind, again, this is not like the Canadians next year. This is for like 25, 26. Yeah, Bob. The McLovin ID looked legitimate to me, too. I think I saw it when he came in. It looked legit. That sucks. Right now, I would honestly pin Harvey Pinard as a potential second-line forward. Don't know if he ends up being there. Even, like, Riley Kidney, for example, you could probably pin as maybe a fourth-line guy. Like, there's different things that, like, okay, well, how could, like you can never tell. For example, against Xavier Simoneau, he might end up panning out while Joshua doesn't. Riley Kidney is a second-line center while Owen Beck might not even make the NHL, even though he's already played the one game. I just watched the HTH video you made yesterday. Oh, let's go, Jack. That's awesome. Let's go. That's funny. That's funny, Jack. I love that. Let's go. So Evans is gone in 2 years, I guess, or less. Discord mods, I agree, Jack. I agree. Actually, no, yeah, sure. This would probably be 26, 27 then. Because actually, no. Kidney, I do think Evans could actually be here. Actually, that makes sense, Bob. Yeah, no, because Kidney is more of a bit of an offensive guy. Evans, we're gonna need guys like him, and I think Beck who can play on the PK. And then you're gonna have Doc and Suzuki for probably the power play. Beck might get a bit of power play time as well, especially with like injuries and whatever. Like the way I see it, as much as I like Farrell offensively, I could see that line honestly being a real good third line shutdown type of role. I could see Beck being another like Philip Deneau type. Like I like his offense, but I could honestly see Owen Beck becoming the next. And I might as well just do this right away. No big surprise. I can see Beck becoming the next Philip Deneau. Honestly. You made an HGH? No, Sons, I didn't make an HGH video yesterday. He's saying yeah, there you go, Sons. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly, Jack. This is without trading for Pierre-Luc Dubois. This is without any free agent signings. This is without any drafting. This is literally if we did nothing. If we traded all our picks for literally no return, we'd made no moves. This is literally just who's on the current roster and who has been drafted by the Canadians. I'm keeping out Philip Mazar only because I don't want to let my bias get in the way, because otherwise he'd be replacing Heineman and Evans, and I just want to do realistically what would the lines end up being. Logan May was an interesting one. I assume Anderson would be gone. More than likely, Jack. By 25, 26, either he's gone, or if he is in the lineup, I could maybe see him being fourth line guy, but I don't know. Like $5 million, I feel like eventually we move on from him. Now, rather we move on from him the year before, or we move on from him this next season, or who knows? Maybe we trade him this offseason. Who knows? I don't know if Anderson does make the 25-26 line for the Canadians again. Rather, it's he's just not here, or he's not here. But I don't think he does. Year one of the Blackhawks, 24, 51, and 7. Jesus, that is good. I kind of feel a little bad for Evans. He's been with us for a while now and is a vet in the room. He should be ready or deserving of a shot at the 3C, but he does, Bob. He really does keep getting pushed back. Like, you think about it, who were the top two centers this year? It was Suzuki and then Dvorak. Dvorak has been playing there. And then we traded, and then, or last season it was Suzuki and Dvorak. This year, it's, oh my god, my stream looks really bad. I'm sorry, boys. I really hope that, is that, okay, that's automatically 144p. Okay, I want to look at advanced 480p. Okay, thank you. I want to get to 480p. Sorry, boys. But yeah, who were our top two centers? That actually does not look that bad. Who were our top two centers? Suzuki and Dvorak last season. This season, we traded for Kirby Dach and Sean Monahan. Doc ended up going to center. Evans got hurt some point along the way. I agree with you, Bob. I do feel bad for Evans as well. I don't know. Monahan, unfortunately, probably is done. Doc, I don't even know what we do with Kirby Dach. If we play him on the wing with Caulfield and Suzuki again, because he played great there, but he also played great as a second-line center last year when he was moved there. Dvorak is probably more suited for a third-line center role, which then again means Jake Evans is stuck as the fourth-line center, prime PK center as well, probably with Christian Dvorak. So, it's at a point where like you kind of Rags won the cup. That sucks, Suns. That sucks. You're stuck at a certain point where it's like you either want to trade Evans to give him that time and opportunity to be a really good third line center. First line, Jesus, I wish third line center, or he's just willing to be a fourth line center for the Canadiens and willing to play with the Montreal Canadiens in that role. I fell to fourth. Oh no, Suns. Shit, no Suns. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that sucks, my guy. That sucks. Damn it. So like this is assuming he's willing to stay and be that fourth line guy, one of the few like veterans in the locker room. Because again, keep in mind this is without, say David Savard for example, if he were to stay, which I doubt he'll stay because he's like 37 by that point. He's 37 by the time I think we get here, to 25, 26. And this is without, again, drafting, trading, whatever. So there's probably going to be a few veterans, For example, Heineman might be out of the lineup because we have a veteran who can play on that fourth line, Like, obviously not him because he's retired now, but say someone like a Mathieu Perreault, where they're pretty good. Barron, actually, I think goes down to the third pair because I think Logan Mailloux is on the second pair if we're going with Mailloux. Exactly, Bob. Evans would be really good as a 3C in Detroit or even in like a place like Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay needs contracts, and obviously not saying we should trade him to Tampa. Fuck Tampa, I don't want to. But for example, if they were willing to give up a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth like they did with Tanner Jeannot, I would be willing to trade Jake Evans to Tampa because he'd be a great third line center. He'd be a great fit there. I really like Jake Evans, and I like his defensive ability. He's really good. Fuck this shit, Jack. No, I'm sorry, man. You guys stayed stagnant. Did you guys not? Did you guys not just stay where you were? Jack, yeah, rip Suns indeed. Rip Suns. Now, 25, 26. It's hard to say. Especially 26. Are you pan out when you're 33? But in 3 years, Jacob Dobesh. And I'm going to say this is 26, 27. Jacob Dobesh, I think, is our starter by the time he's 24, 25. That's how much I like Jacob Dobesh. Vegas 3-1. It's former Oiler Whitecloud with the goal. Ah, damn. That both sucks and that both is very good. I put Lane Hudson right away. By the way. So, now, who do we have? We have Mazar, we have Slavkovsky, we have Beck, we have Hudson. All in the lineup. 3 of those 4 guys are top liners. Are top 6 guys and top pair guys. By the way. That's really good. Now, if we're looking through guys that, like, Joe Verbatic could be a guy that ends up pushing Montembeau to the backups role potentially. If we're looking at the rest of our prospects, like Ullinen, for example, Ullinen could maybe fill in that spot because he'll be 26, 27 by that point, I think. So it would make sense. Will Smith at pick 5. That would be sick, Jack. I would actually really like Will Smith. The only issue is if you have Suzuki and Doc and Beck, do you move Smith to the wing? You'd probably move Doc back to the right wing, but then who plays that second line center spot, Smith or Beck? Who plays second line center, Crosby or Malkin? Oh no, it's like, come on, you got a good player either way. Not to that level of Crosby or Malkin, but you guys know you guys know the comparison I'm going for. Honestly, if this is the and keep in mind again, this is without. If we're doing this with Dubois, for example, if we're gonna comprise a lineup where we trade for Pierre-Luc Dubois, this is what the lineup looks like. I think Slavkovsky goes down. Jack, in 3 to 4 years, I don't know if Pierre-Luc could still be there because he's going to be 29, 30 by that point. I don't know if we'd want to keep Brent Pillock for that long, honestly. I don't know if we'd want to keep him and just run with him there or what. But, yeah. I have one question, though. Where's McDavid? I haven't seen him most of the period now. Cat, he's probably getting shut down very well by, I'd assume, the Eichel line. That's what I'd guess. He's probably just not getting shut down very well. But yeah, this is with, again, trading for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Now, I'm going to rest and ask the question, what do you do? Oh, wait, no, that actually is here. I got to go to my NHL draft. For example, my question is, and you know way better than me, who would replace the toughness, physicality of Anderson? Who would be a Philip Deneau as defensive specialist forward? As a defensive specialist forward, for me, I can see that being Beck. If Evans is still here, I could see him being way more of a defensive-focused forward. Mazar, I think, even though he's got good offense, I think actually has a really, really solid defense. I like his defensive ability, and it can get better, probably. But for me, I'd say Beck replaces that, the Deneau type. As for the physicality, I think you're getting it from kind of all over. Jack, I obviously is replacing that. I think Slavkovsky, by the time he's 23, 24, 22, 23, when this roster is allegedly going to be comprised. You're getting more physicality of him. Dubois, I think, can replace that physicality as well. I think you have guys who can definitely replace the toughness and physicality. On the toughness level, you got Jack-Eye physicality, you got Jack-Eye, you got Slavkovsky. Mayu has a bit of a mean streak to him. I don't know how much you've seen him play with London, Bob. I actually forget if you tell me if you watch London or if you don't watch them too much. But if you do, you would know. Mayu kind of has a bit of a mean streak to him. He's not afraid to get in front of the net. He's not afraid to fight if he needs to. He's not afraid to get into scraps and scrums. He's not afraid of that at all. So you have guys, again, with Slavkovsky and Dubois up front as well. You have guys who are not at all afraid to get physical and get very gritty if they need to. No, yeah, Bob. Like, Evans definitely won't be on the same level as Deneau. But I think if you can focus on Beck, for example, or Evans. I like Evans, again, as a defensive guy, more of a second PK unit when we're in our prime, if he's still here, for example. Beck, I think, can be that really solid third-line center. Like, I think Deneau probably should be played as. I think he's getting played second line in LA, more so just because, like, he's deserved that and he is willing. He can handle second-line minutes because of how long he's played first line in Montreal, but I think he is more of a third-line defensive type of forward, you know? But I think Owen Beck can replace that very, very well, in my opinion. Yeah, Bob. The other night, you got a fight and an assist. Almost got Gordy Hatch. I didn't know he got into a fight the other night. I do know he had an assist. Did he not have a goal in the clinching game against whoever they were playing? Because I watched that because he had a breakaway. He had a really nice pass off of a breakaway and a really nice flip over the goaltender into the net. He has a hobble in his skating though. Oh shit, Cat. That's weird. McDavid has been good, but hasn't been McDavid good in the playoffs. Exactly, Jack. I drafted a gem in 25. Let's go, Suns. Hell yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. But yeah, so for example, if we're drafting, and now say we're drafting 5 and 17 because it hasn't been updated, for example. Now, of course, I'm going to be biased with number 5. I want Zach Benson. The only question is, where in the fuck would you fit Zach Benson? And say it's 17, say he falls. You know, I'm not even going to say he falls. Say, for example, you get Andrew Crystal. You draft a center and a left winger. Or, hell, not even that. Say we pick Daniil Boot, for example. Daniil Boot, go off the board a little bit. I had like 4 first-round picks. Holy shit, Suns. God damn. You know? Say you go off the board a little bit and pick Daniil Boot. You pick him a little bit early. Where do you slot these guys anyways? Like, where do you slot him? Because Slavkovsky was first overall pick. Now, you could argue that in 3-4 years, for example, you could have... Oh, but even then, like, I don't know. Say we... fuck. Because, like, Benson, would he be good enough to be on that top pair in 3 to 4 years? Because I think Dubois could be good. Or would you want to do something, for example, where you have Slavkovsky on the top line, Benson on the second, and you have Dubois there. Who did I just replace him? Mazar. For example, you go Mazar, and then you have Farrell on the right wing on your fourth line, and Heineman is out of the lineup. Do you, like, it's weird. And then Daniil Boot, for example, where does Daniil Boot come in? Does he come in on the fourth line, for example? Mazar's down on the fourth line, and say instead of Evans, you have Waugh, because I think Waugh can play center. I think he can. Is it Waugh that can play center? No, it's Mazar that can play center. Okay, Mazar. I was confused between those two. You know, but even then, with Mazar and Waugh, that's a stacked lineup. 4-1 Golden Knights, holy shit. I kind of think we might be a bit heavy on the skill side, but it's fairly easy to address in a tough... Exactly, Bob. Like for example, not exactly, but say a Tyler Bertuzzi. Boston gave up a first-round pick for him. By this point, 26-27, if we're this good and all we need is physicality, which, keep in mind, Daniil Boot is 6'5", 203 pounds. If we pick him, I think we'll be good on the physicality front as well. Like, I think from that point on, you're good on skill and size. Because keep in mind as well, the NHL is focused more on a skill-based game more than a size-based game. Size is still important, but it's not just about... Skinner's pulled Soupies back in. Oh no, that is not good for the Oilers. I guess they're gonna lose 9-1 then, probably 9-5. Honestly, knowing the Oilers by their luck, they're gonna lose 9-6 somehow. Here's something to consider. Okay, Bob, I'll take a look at this in a second. Rebuild's going well. Let's go, Suns. Hell yeah. But, like I said, the NHL is going to more of a skill-based system. It's not the point where, okay, you have someone who's 6'6", 250 pounds, they can't skate, but they can fight. Okay, cool. Go out there 2-3 minutes a night. You're never going to see that again in the NHL, I think. It's about having guys like Slavkovsky and Boot and Jack-Eye who are big, they're strong, but they have the skill, they have the defense, they can provide offense. Any one of these three things where they can play defensively if you're on the forward core. For example, Daniil Boot, I like his goal scoring ability, and I like the physicality the kid can bring. 6'5" and 203 pounds. That's nasty right there. And on skates, he's probably 6'7", 6'8", probably, actually. Just like Slavkovsky, I think he's 6'6", 6'7" on skates as well. That's really solid. And, if this is our roster in 26-27, with Suzuki probably being a 90-point scorer, 100-point scorer, Caulfield as a 40-50 goal scorer, Slavkovsky probably point per game, Benson probably point per game, Doc 70 points, Dubois maybe point per game, Harvey Pinard putting up maybe 50 points a year, Doc 56, Beck 50-60 points, Boot 50-60 points, and then your fourth line might end up being 40-50 point guys as well, somehow. I could just make Bouchard look silly. Well, it's not hard to make Bouchard look silly. Do you think Will Smith or Zach Benson would start in the NHL if they were picked by Montreal? No, Jack. I think it's at least a year for both those guys. Regardless of if we pick Carlson, Michkov, Smith, Benson, Dvorsky, or whoever we end up picking, I absolutely think that they're given at least a year. I think they probably come to training camp and preseason more than likely, depending on if we sign them. Obviously, I think they probably come to training camp and preseason. Well, depending, because I think Will Smith can't if we sign him because I think he plays in college. Carlson, I don't think Michkov can because again he's in the KHL. But I think everybody except Will Smith and Michkov could if they're in Russia or college. You can't participate in preseason. I think, for example, or training camp. But I do think we give Smith and Benson, say, a year, and then they make the jump to the NHL. Maybe Will Smith, I see 2 years, and then he makes the jump, for example, just because he just take that time and really carefully develop him. But Benson, I think it's 1 year, and then boom, he's in the NHL. Now, regardless, Zach Benson or Will Smith, they might play that year or two in the NHL or the AHL. I think Smith is already committed to college, though. They might get a year, for example, in the AHL, then come to the NHL. But I think it's at least a year or two before they make the NHL. Hugh says the 5th overall pick is up for grabs, so does that potentially mean they don't want a high skill forward at 5 and think their guy is available at 14 to 18, and then maybe the Jaeger kid 2A C? Jaeger is getting comparisons to Bergeron and Boston, best 2A forward available. Well, Bob, that's also the thing is we have Suzuki, who's a 2A guy. Beck can also be a 2A guy. You got to be careful to not focus too heavily on down the middle 3 2A forwards, for example. I love Brendan Jaeger, and if we can get him at, say, 14, say we trade up, say we trade down with, say, the Penguins at 14, who are projected to take Brendan Jaeger, for example. Say Phoenix. Say we trade down to 12 and have, say it's a package of, say, 5th overall for 12th overall, Phoenix's earliest 2nd, and a prospect, for example. Say by moving up 7 spots, we get a 2nd, a 3rd, a pick, another pick, and a prospect, for example, something like that, because those are kind of the crazy deals that happen when teams move up, for example. If we pick, say, Brendan Jaeger, who's a 2-way guy, and then pick, say, Daniil Boot, for example, say it's 17th overall. If we're picking, instead of Benson, we're picking then, say, Brendan Jaeger, then this is the easiest thing to do, is you're just Dubois, Jaeger, and Doc in 3-4 years then probably. If we are going with the 2-way forward, which I'd have no problem with, because you could probably then transition Suzuki into more of an offensive-based forward, because I think Suzuki has serious 110 point potential in the National Hockey League. He has massive potential to hit that, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does. And then, like I said, you can focus on that point as Jaeger and Beck being 2-way guys, and Mazar being more of an offensive fourth liner. And then of course it depends. If you're going, say, 12, if you somehow pick Reinbacher there, does that really knock out Justin Barron? Could that knock out Jack-Eye? It's almost to the point. It's to the point at that point after this year's draft, I think, you almost have too much depth and too many good prospects. This is a problem that the Montreal Canadiens have not had for 20, 30 years, that we have too much talent. Oh no, we have to trade guys out because we can't play them because they're too good. We have too good of a team. That's a problem we haven't had, 30, 40 years at this point. Bob knows more about the future of the the history of the Canadians. I know more about the future, kind of. I like that. Caulfield, 50 goal scorer. Oh, absolutely, Jack. Absolutely. Caulfield by 26-27, I think can be a consistent 40, 50 goal scorer. I honestly see a career of 60 goals for Caulfield. Now, whether it's this year, 26-27, or it's a couple years down the line, I think Caulfield is a career year of 60 goals, but a consistent 40, 50 goal scorer, 100%. I honestly could see Caulfield 40, 50 goals, Suzuki with a couple 30-goal seasons, Slafkovsky some 30-goal seasons, Doc some 30-goal seasons. I can even see Harvey Pinard having a 30-goal season. Dubois should be 30 goals a year. We have potential to have one of the deepest NHL rosters, if not the deepest NHL roster, by the time we get to 26-27. Now, of course, this is depending on trades as well. Who knows? We might end up trading, say, Sean Farrell for a second-line center, not even pick Brendan Yeager, for example. And again, this is all dependent on if we even trade back, for example, with the pick being available. If we keep 5th overall and pick, say, Zach Benson, if we pick Will Smith, then the lines, for example, look like... this is what I was going to go to. Smith. Basically, whoever is picked instead of Zach Benson, less exciting offensively and being more sound defensively would be different from the least planned. Every team wants a Bedard, but they also need a Bergeron. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Every team wants that 150, 200-point player, but you need the guys who will only maybe score 70, 80 points, like you said, with Bergeron or Brendan Yeager, I think. Brendan Yeager could be a really good 60, 70-point second-line center, I think. You definitely need that, and I don't even know, without an elite goalie, that's the thing is, for example, this is, again, excluding trades, but for example, what if you trade for Carter Hart, for example, or Mackenzie Blackwood, and I'm actually going to put Dobesh there because Montembeault, for example, if you trade for Carter Hart if Philly's willing to get rid of him, which the rumor is that they are, could Carter Hart rebound and regain his confidence to be an elite goalie in Montreal? I think there's a potential that he could. I'm not a massive Carter Hart fan, but obviously if we get him, I'm going to root for him and hope that he does do good. If we're left with Jacob Dobesh, I think he's a really solid starter who can hold the reins down to where we won't necessarily need to be more sound defensively, because I think we're going to be solid defensively. Gouli is an incredible defensive defenseman who has offensive skill, and if he continues the way he's been in his rookie season, by 26-27, dude is going to be the best defensive defenseman in the NHL. Harris has a bit of decent defense to him. I like Jack Guy's defensive skill. Justin Barron has a bit of decent defensive skill, along with Mayu, Hudson, Gouli, and Harris. Every one of these defensemen has great offensive upside, and 3 to 4 of them have real good defense. Even Hudson's defense is not god-awful. Mayu's can use some work, but not god-awful. Hudson's is half decent, actually. Who's the best goalie in the draft? I want to say there was a goalie that's late in the first round supposed to get picked. I forget who, but there's not necessarily... Okay, apparently, according off this draft rankings, there's not supposed to be a first-round goalie this year. For me, who I think the best goalie will end up being is probably Tomas Milik. He's the kid who ended up he ended up saving Canada in the World Juniors last year. I really like that kid. I really like Tomas Milik, and I think he will end up being the best goalie in the draft class. Which then, actually, if you draft him this year, you don't even have to debate Tomas Milik and Dobesh. Tomas Milik is the best goalie in the draft, and even then, if we're talking trades, for example, say you can draft Milik, you draft Carter Hart, or you trade for Carter Hart, for example, or Pekkanen or Levi out of Buffalo, because that's the thing with Buffalo is they have 2 elite goaltenders now. They have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and Devin Levi. Pekka Luukkonen's probably going to take a bit more developing, probably a year or two, with Devin Levi probably being their starter next year. At least I would probably hope. Does Montreal potentially take that risk and try to trade for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen? Again, that's another thing as well, Bob. With 5th overall pick being on the block potentially, could we see a move where Montreal, say, moves from 5 to 13? Because Buffalo's another team. Buffalo could use a guy like a Zach Benson on the left wing. They could use Matvey fucking Michkov. if they want to pick him at 5th, for example. Move back from 5 to 13, maybe give up another second-round pick to even it out. In exchange for 5th and a 2nd, for example, you get back 13 and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen or Devin Levi, one or the other, for example. You get one of those goaltenders, so you solve that issue of, say again, for example, you pick Brandon Yeager with 12th overall, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is your starting goaltender. Who's to say? Yeah, exactly, Bob. Now you got it, exactly. Who's to say, knowing the masterclass of Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon, this would be the type of move they make. This would be that type of trade that they do. 5 for 13 and a 2nd for Luukkonen is what it basically comes down to, but they're paying with Luukkonen to get up, to take, say, Michkov. You're making Buffalo better, technically, but you're also making yourself better. You have to sacrifice to take. You have to give up something to get something. There's those rare examples with Dubois where we might have to not give up anything more than a 3rd Norlinder and a pick, like I've said, or the contract of Armia, for example, to get Pierre-Luc Dubois. Like I've said, that's one of the rare situations. You might not have to give out much to get. But there's, again, these cases like this where you're going to have to give up. You can't just, we'll go up a 2nd for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. No. If you're moving down from 5 to 13 and you're giving up that 2nd, they would be more inclined, I think, to give up Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen potentially again because they have Devin Levi. I don't know if Sporty's still in here, but if you are, let me know. Would you be willing to do that, Sporty? 5 and a 2nd-round pick for 13 and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen? Because I think that could work. Again, if we're getting into all the trades and and drafting, who you might pick, for example, which again, that becomes, do you want to potentially go with Pekka Luukkonen and Milesh, if you draft him, for example? Is Ken Hughes being a cryptic savant? I think we already got the trade solved. We might, Bob, honestly. This could be the trade potentially. Now, keep in mind as well, Ken Hughes didn't say, we want to trade that pick away and not get a 1st-round pick this year back. He's not saying, we only want to move down. We want to move up, for example. He's not even saying we want to move up, because that might be a thing. I doubt it, but we might want to move up, for example. I don't know. We might have this trade solved. We might have just solved this trade, honestly, of Montreal and Buffalo making that deal. That could be interesting. I think it'd be something to see. And Coach Challenge goalie interference for sure. Martinez bumps Campbell, puts him on his face. Oh, damn, Bob. So I guess it's 4-1. Abraham, how's it going, my good sir? Calgary fan, how does it feel getting the 16th overall pick? Jack Norlinder is not that great. I think he's playing a couple NHL games, but for the most part at this point, he's kind of stalling out. And I feel like the Jets, they need more defense. So I feel like it would be more of a thing where, okay, we give you Norlinder to develop him, Armia, and a 3rd-round pick for Dubois. Again, it's more just a, hey, Dubois is coming to Montreal anyways. You might as well just take what we give you, basically. Should I get Hughes on the phone to confirm? Yes, you should, Bob. You absolutely should. We'll confirm it here live on stream. What else is Martinez supposed to do? Kat, it depends on, the situation around him. Are there Oilers surrounding him? Is he completely left open? What's the situation there, on what Martinez, where he is and what he could be doing? But yeah. Oh boy, boys. You guys can hear how hoarse my voice is right now, right? You guys kind of, I think you guys can. I kind of sound like Rob Van Dam, man. I kind of feel like, whatever, I'm going to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight on Raw. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun, boys. He's in the crease, no goal. Well, they scored. Oh, damn, Jack. It kind of sounds like it a little bit, It kind of sounds like I'm a stoner. It's official 5-1? No way. They counted that goal? Oh yeah, I still have I forgot I still had these guys open. Oh my god, no. We have not. Oh my god. There we go. So it's official? Wow. God damn. Oh, I'm trying to fucking fucking hell. One moment, Mr. Rice. Okay. One moment, Mr. Rice. Okay, Mr. Hughes, stand by for Mr. Rice. Oh no, Bob. Oh no. Yeah, let's see how this ends. I'll wait for Bob to do this. No goal. Oh, no goal, then a 2-on-1 and they scored. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Just after it, that's awesome. I love those when it's like, hey, we didn't get this goal allowed, so let's just score. I love that. Hey boys, he's on the speed dial. Oh, let's go. Damn, Bob. And fucking dude knows Ken Hughes. Let's go. Hell yeah. I'll wait for this and then I'm gonna end the stream, boys. I'm gonna end the stream after this. They didn't, but Jack must be ahead. Oh, yeah, he must be Cat then. Yeah, he must be. But yeah, boys, this is interesting. Like I said, we'll wait for Bob. The Canadiens roster in 4 to 5 years could be very good. It could be a very, very good team. Again, this first line could be great. If you have Dubois up there, for example, instead of Slafkovsky, might be even better, but again, you want to spread out the depth. That second line has potential to be an incredible... Because again, Dubois, you might have... no, hey, Jack, don't worry about it, my guy. Technically, you're spoiling for me because I'm not watching the game, but I don't have much of an inkling to watch the game right now because I'm live, obviously. I'm not going to be like, oh, guys, sorry, I'm done. I'm watching the stream. No, I'm not going to do that, obviously. So, yeah. Big shout out, by the way, the Blues having 29 and 30th overall. I'm well connected, but I can't get a pizza delivered to my house. Oh, damn. Yeah, Bob, that sucks, but you can't get a pizza delivered. Delivered to my house. Grr. I love it. This count grr is a word. That's a Hannah Montana reference, and I can't believe I just made that in 2023. Oh God, I hate my life. No, legit, we're good. I'm surprised I made that reference, though. I'm very surprised I did. But yeah, that second line could end up being really good. Dubois as the goal scorer, Jaeger as the two-way guy, and Doc as the playmaker. Reverse Doc and Dubois as the playmaker and goal scorer, maybe. That could be a great second. Boot, honestly, being a good 20-30 goal scorer. And then the fourth line is just a really solid fourth line. And then your blue line, Gooley and Hudson, genuinely might be the best defensive pairing in the league. The potential, again, if he keeps climbing the way he played this year, Gooley is the best defenseman in the NHL. Hudson, potentially one of the best defensemen in the NHL. Wheels are falling off the bus for the Oilers. Yes, they are, Jack. It seems like it. 5-1 Vegas. Jesus. That could honestly be going to the PK. Jesus. Could honestly be one of the best defensive pairings in the NHL. Harrison Mayu again, one of the best offensive defensemen in the NHL. Harris, a good two-way guy. Jack Guy, one of the best physical defensemen in the NHL. And Barron, a pretty good two-way guy as well. Wasn't my intern that reference? I have Gurr printed on a... Oh, wasn't my intention that reference? I have Gurr printed on a coffee mug given to me by a buddy. Oh, yeah, no, Bob, don't worry. No, I just saw Gurr and I thought of the Hannah Montana scene. I know that probably wasn't your intention. I'd be concerned if you watched Hannah Montana, though. Unless you had kids. I'd be very concerned. No, but I printed on a coffee mug given to me by a buddy. You know what? Honestly, I don't even want to hear the story. Just, I have Gurr printed on a coffee mug given to me by a buddy. That's arguably funnier than any story that you could tell me. What I'm coming up with in my head is arguably funnier, honestly. I'd love to hear it, obviously, sometime in the future, but just... I almost don't want to, because it's just funnier seeing that. Exactly, Bob, exactly. By 26-27, the Habs could be free agent contenders. Suzuki, in 4 years, I think will have 3 years left on his deal. Caulfield should have 4 years left on an 8-year deal, hopefully. Slafkovsky probably just signed, hopefully, a 5-6 year extension at the very least. Dubois probably got 5-6 years left on his probable deal with the Canadiens. Jaeger might be just coming off his ELC. Doc probably has just signed a 3-4 year deal. Harvey Pinard's probably on a 4-year deal, the last year of a 4-year deal, maybe. Beck is, I think, just off his ELC the year before in 25-26. Boots off his ELC. More than likely just off his ELC. Farrell, probably same thing. Mazar-Noir, same things too. Yeah, like, we have potential to where we could have maybe only $5 to $8 million in cap space, but that's still enough to buy a fairly good player. Like, we could end up knocking someone back because of how good we are and how much cap space we could end up having. Gooley, if he signs an 8-year deal, we're good there. Hudson's probably going to be just off his ELC because he's not even signed yet, I don't think. When you're doing extensions, Kat, don't worry. I'll probably try and get to them tonight. I just really wanted to focus today on the draft lottery and get that all done. So yeah, I'll probably try and get to them tonight or tomorrow. Exactly, Jack. Salary cap is going to be up. I think they said next year it's supposed to go up by 1 million, and then the year after it's up 6-7 million. And I think is there not a no, not players. I want the salary cap. Is there not like a salary cap prediction? Calculators, no odds. No, I want the I don't want to continue. Is CBA. I need to see it. Yeah, see, like right now, the salary cap, 82.5 million. Next year, 83.5. The estimate, 4 million the year after for 24-25. By 26-20. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. I love the on the edge jokes. Just so close to being like, oh no, and then I love those types of jokes. But the salary cap is supposed to be up almost $10 million in the next 3 years. And that's excluding by 26-27. That might be another $3 or $4 million. We might be near $100 million with what we have to spend on this team. Genuinely insane. Genuinely insane. And, like, just... I don't worry about it, Cat. The Monk story is way too long to have me type it out. We'd have to zoom. We'd have to zoom for me to make it sound legal. I mean normal. No problem, Bob. Don't worry about it. That'd be sick sometime soon. Oh, the stream just lagged out. Are we, we're back? Yeah, we're back. All right. We've been going for almost 3 hours. I'm going to stop in a minute, boys. I'm sorry. So I'm going to stop in a minute. But yeah, just my final point being, the Canadians are going to be good. And like you said, by 26-27, we might be free agent contenders. We're going to be cup contenders. Players are going to want to come to Montreal, and not even including our own players, but free agents, both of them might be down to take pay cuts to come to Montreal. Suzuki, you could argue, took a pay cut. $7.8 million to stay in Montreal. Now, he obviously could have gone to restricted free agency, taken an offer sheet or whatever. But he took $7.6 million. And he said you were bailing. I did, Bob. That is very true. I did. You kind of revived the stream. I'm really hoping nobody comes in now. I really hope nobody comes in at the last minute of the stream because... But yeah, Suzuki took a pay cut. Caulfield, he said that he wants to get like what he's worth, but he'll take like a bit of a pay cut. So I'm assuming he'll probably get $9.5 million, which in 4 years is going to look like nothing. It's going to look like nothing. Dubois would probably take a big pay cut to come to Montreal. Doc took a risk on himself this time, $4 million, and he's already underpaid. Slavkovsky seems like the type of guy, if he wants to win on a team like Montreal, he would take a pay cut. He does seem like that type of guy. Harvey Pinard as well. There's guys on this team. Gooley seems like he would take a big pay cut, sacrifice some pay to make the team better. Hudson, probably a Caulfield where he knows what he's worth and he'll take that, but still leave a bit of money on the table to make the team better, kind of. There's guys here, definitely. I only think that happens if the Habs get to the Cup Finals and win one, then they might take it. That is true, Bob. That is true. But to be fair, if we have, say, a 45-50 win season, say 25-26, for example, maybe 24-25, I mean, somewhere around there. From 24-25 to 26-27, for example, there's a very good chance, for example, that the Canadians have a 45-50 win season, and if they do, from that point on, players would be willing, I think. I don't think we even have to get to a Cup Finals at that point. It's just Conference Finals, I think, is what we need. A 45-50 win season and or to get to the Conference Finals, and players would be willing to take a pay cut. Even then, with the prospects that we have, the immense amount of potential, the endless potential the Canadians have, we could be deadly. A dynasty, if you will. A deadly dynasty dungeon. Jack, we better pay Caulfield soon. I don't know what we've been doing, but Jesus, I just want to I want to pay Caulfield. I wish I had the money to go up to him myself and say, hey, I will pay you $8.5 million a year. Just take league minimum from the Canadians. I'm very surprised no like Mafia guys have like gotten involved in that. Like I don't think Mafia makes like $10 million that they can just waste on a NHL player, for example. But like I am surprised this never happened where they've been like, hey, you take $5 million from the team, we'll pay you the extra $2 million that you're missing out on, you know? I'm kind of surprised no Mafia has gotten involved with like the NHL or MLB or that we've known of, at least. Oh boy. But yeah, guys, that is Triple D, drive-ins, diners, and dives. Damn it. All right, there we go. There we go, boys. All right, so we're back at the draft lottery. I'm going to end it here, I think. Holy shit, we're over 3 hours now. We're over 3 hours in the stream, boys. That is going to do it for today's stream, my guys. Thank you guys so much for coming by. My name is Horace. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, everything. Thank you. Hey, Jack, it was definitely fun for sure. Great show, man. Thanks. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I hope you guys come by in the future. I'd love to see you guys. I plan on streaming way more in the future. Of course, I've done the WWE 2K15 streams. I'm going to try and do more of those. I have an idea of what I want to do. We'll see how that comes out. Sorry, but I had to cough. Keep your stick on the ice. Will do, Bob. Thank you. You too, man. I have more 2K15 stuff planned. Maybe you went to Stone Cold. You guys love my bad Stone Cold. I know you do. Yeah, I've got that planned. I've got some more videos. My restraining order is almost up. Hey, let's go, Bob. That'd be sick. That'd be cool. Restraining order is almost up. I had something in mind and then I lost it as soon as I went to say it. You gotta hate when that happens. Kat, see ya. Thank you very much for coming by. I'll probably be in the Sim League chat, not the VC, but I'll probably just be in the chat. You'll see me for sure, like it or not. Hell yeah, Bob. Hell yeah, like it or not, I will absolutely see you. I like it. But yeah, I've got like I said, I've done the 2K15 streams. I've got more coming up. Some universe mode potentially. Maybe the draft within the next week or so. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll see. Yeah, we've got that coming up. Oh my god, my voice is... Love the show as always. Thank you, Bob, man. Again, much appreciated. Love seeing you here, man. You always bring a nice, cheerful... you always have a cheerful, fun vibe that you bring with you, Bob. Keep bringing that in the future, man. Thank you very much. More rap videos? Yes, indeed, Bob. More rap videos. I actually have a full rap written already. I just got to record it and edit it and put it on the channel. So there is definitely at least one more rap song coming out in the future. Don't know about that. Again, it's more of a thing where I kind of have to just, it's the 9 expresses I haven't, Bob, I can tell, my guy. You know, like, it's more of a, just, I have to be in the mood to write, and I think a lot of people are like that. You just got to be in the mood to write and just, all right, boom, focusing on this and, you know, kind of feel inspired and just go after that, you know. Jack, thank you, man. W. Harry, thank you, man. Paul Ryan, NHL rigged? I don't know about that, man. I don't know if I'd say that. I feel like the NHL rigging it would have been Phoenix getting first and second, and that probably would have been the riggery right there. Also, I don't know if it's rigged, given that the NHL uploads how the draft balls are decided on the YouTube channel, on their YouTube channel, so, yeah. But yeah, boys, again, that is going to do it, because my voice is cracked. It is almost as... My throat feels almost as red as my face looks because of the stream background. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rice. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Favorite term includes, but it's not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, something else. My name is Rice. Subscribe to the Puff Club. Much appreciated. Come on, us Duck fans get shafted. I mean, yeah, Paul, I mean, like, this year you definitely got shafted. I mean, I don't know. You guys got Troy Terry in the 5th round. You got Trevor Zegras, I think, 8th overall in 2019. You guys are going to be fine, I think. Later, Bob, thank you for coming by. Paul, I like the Ducks. I really like the Ducks. And it would have been awesome for you guys to get Connor Bedard. But you guys already have a franchise talent in Trevor Zegras. You guys already have that. I wouldn't complain too much. I know, like, oh, it's Connor Bedard, and I definitely get you guys. I definitely get you guys being, you know, upset over not getting Bedard. I absolutely get that. I'm sure you can tell I'm a Canadiens fan. If the stupid hat didn't let you know that already. But work for the NHL. I shouldn't say that. You guys did get shafted. No, but I get how you guys feel like that for sure, definitely. But for me, it's again, you guys have Zegras, you guys have Terry, you guys have great prospects. I gotta look at your prospect pool. I know I said I was gonna end it there, but we want to end the stream. Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. We were looking at the Canadiens roster. I'm gonna close that real quick. Wait, no. That is not the close roster button. There it is. Paul, believe me, I get that it hurts. Go Ducks for sure, man. I'll be rooting for them. Honestly, if there's one team that I want to, do good in the future, it's the Ducks, because the Ducks need another Stanley Cup. The Ducks need a cup. You can say the Ducks need a cup. But Pavel, I don't know how to say his name, but Pavel Mintyukov, he's going to be a great top 4 defenseman for you guys. Nathan Gaucher, I see him being a good second, third line guy, probably more of a third line type of player. Tristan Leno, I actually see him working out really well. I think he's going to be a good bottom pair guy. McTavish, I'll admit, I was wrong about Mason McTavish. When he was drafted 3rd overall, I thought it was a massive reach. I thought he wasn't going to pan out. Then I saw him at the World Juniors that year, and I thought, yeah, no, I'm wrong. This kid is going to be something good. Unfortunately, he might be restricted to second-line center because you guys have Zegras, who plays first-line center. You guys might be stuck with Mason McTavish at second-line center, which I'd say stop hindering him and give him first-line minutes, but you have Trevor Zegras again. Olin Zellweger, he's going to be a great second-line defenseman at the very least, probably a good top-pair guy. Probably, I would assume, gets in the lineup this year. Sasha Pastajov. Someone told me how to say it, and I forget. Pastajov, I think it is. He's going to be good. Really solid, I think, on the second line. Gage Anderson. Don't get me wrong, I think that kid's going to be good. Jamie Drysdale is going to be a great top pair guy, I think. Jacob Perreault, I think, is going to be half decent. Sam Colangelo, I could see being a good 4th line guy. Zegras, obviously, we've gone over him. Henry Thrun, unfortunately, I don't think played for you guys. Braden Tracy, I see him being a pretty decent second line guy. I still see him panning out. Lucas Dostal, You guys are I don't want to say it this way, but wasting John Gibson's career right now, unfortunately. Lucas Dostal will be the next John Gibson. I am so high right now. No, but I am so high on Lucas Dostal. Genuinely, that kid, top 10 goalie in the National Hockey League in his prime. He is going to be a top 10 goalie. I've talked about Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and Devin Levi and Dustin Wolf, and I've talked about these goaltenders. Dostal is one of those guys where you look in 5 to 7 years from now, who are the top goalies in the league, Dostal's right up there, 100%. Dostal's going to be great for you guys, and he was an amazing steal in the 3rd round. Even like Comtois. Like, I think Comtois is a decent enough bottom 6 guy that, okay, 50th overall, maybe wasn't necessarily a guy that should have been picked where, but he's a decent bottom 6 guy. He's half decent. Good kind of grinder, good grinder type of kid. He's from Quebec, so obviously I like him. I think he could be decent, and yeah, 100%. For a second, I thought it said Max Jones played 906 games, and I was about to freak out. Then I saw the 2 again. Yeah, Paul's loving that I'm hyping up the Ducks. Let's go. But yeah, no, I big on the Ducks. Love the Ducks. Honestly, if the Canadians are out of the playoffs, or even if they're in it, no, I'm going to be going for the Anaheim Ducks 100%. Absolutely, I will absolutely be. Paul, thank you for coming by, though, my good sir. Again, much appreciated. Thank you very much. I apologize, but I've been live for 3 hours. I think you could understand me heading off the stream at this point. Again, live for 3 hours, just, it does a toll on you. Yeah, man, following your page. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. If you're following and you have the notification or the thing where it lets the streamer know, the thing should pop up. It should be popping up. Yeah, I just tested it. Yeah, you'll get this popping up. Thank you for following. I appreciate it, Paul. Much appreciated. I'm going to be trying to do more like non-NHL stuff, but non-Canadian stuff. I want to try doing some more in general hockey content, not necessarily copying the hockey guy, but I want to do some more hockey-based content, not just for the Canadians like I usually do. If you look on my channel for the live streams, it's mostly Canadians games I recap. But yeah, if you like resident Canadians fans, I'm your guy. Thank you very much for following. I appreciate that. And I definitely will be back more often. I've been trying to stream. Previous summers I've been kind of lacking in the summer content. This year, it's going to be different. It already has been different. Wait, you were still... Sporty, I'm about to get off stream. I'm sorry. I'm about to get off stream, my guy. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That's why nobody's been answering it. Exactly, Sporty. Sporty, you've been calling, and I've been hearing. I haven't been hearing because I have my earbuds in. The fans have been hearing on the stream probably, and I've just been like, hey, yeah, no, I don't know that someone's calling in turd burgers. Because, like... Exactly, Sporty. I've been live for 2 hours. 2 more hours than expected. I've been live for 3 goddamn hours. Oh my god, I gotta get off of here. Sporty, I'll probably call you in turd burgers in like 5-10 minutes. Once I end the stream, 5-10 minutes after. Just give me a minute to get something to eat and to drink some water, please, because 3 hours. But yeah. But yeah, guys, again, for real this time, this is gonna do it for the stream. Thank you guys. Subscribe to join the Puff Club. Bob said wait, and here we are 2 hours later. Yes, we are, Sporty. He said wait, and then people decided to come in. Hot Take Hockey dropped by, apparently. It was a fake Hot Take Hockey, unfortunately. If you go back in the stream, like you'll see. But a fake Hot Take Hockey dropped by. Yeah, Jack, I am still alive, man. I've said I'm coming out, but the Ducks not coming out. I said I'm getting off. I said I'm ending the stream. But then a Ducks fan came out. I did say goodbye 10 minutes ago, Jack, but then a Ducks fan came by, and I just prop him up a little bit. Felt jaded, prop him up a little bit, my thoughts on the Ducks, and needless to say, he's not following. No, he's subscribed to the channel, and yeah, no, I surprisingly gave him my legitimate thoughts on the Ducks, and actually thought some prospects of theirs were good. Not surprisingly thought, you know what I mean. Surprisingly said good things about the Ducks. A lot of people aren't saying good things about the Ducks right now, but I did. So yeah. But yeah, guys, subscribe to join the Puff Club. Subscribe to join the HD Club. Subscribe to join the Sub Hub. If you're a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for any comments or in the chat. Good, Paul Ryan, there we go. Paul Ryan, it's all good, man. Paul Ryan, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining the religion of the Puff Club. I like to think he went to his settings and specifically looked up how to get that changed to set that up. Goodbye for thank you, Jack. Yeah, goodbye for good tonight, man. Thank you, Paul Ryan, for the subscription. We've gained 1 subscriber for this stream. At least there might be people that have subscribed that either somehow I didn't notice. And I just realized, yeah, I didn't set the thing. I didn't set the alert box to set off. For a split second, I thought I ended the stream accidentally. I thought I ended that. Okay, no. Alert box library. Wait, no, I don't want that either. Wait, no, I don't want that. Damn it. I don't know what I'm looking for, but oh wait, dashboard? No, I don't want to look at the dashboard. I'll figure all this out for next time. But in case we did get any more extra subscribers, thank you for donating, or thank you for subscribing, whatever, all that. Thank you very much. I apologize if your name didn't pop up on stream. If your name didn't, and I figure out how to get it to pop up, I'll do that for next stream, and I'll make sure it pops up. Thank you guys again for watching. Links in the description are the Amazon wishlist, the PO Box, the PayPal, and the Streamlabs. I forgot that I actually automatically set the description to pop up with the Streamlabs donation thing. But yeah. Again, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the description, again, the Amazon PO Box, the PayPal, and the Discord. The Discord, the Twitch, the Letterboxd, and Spooner account are all down there as well. Much appreciated. If you guys would check that out, it means a lot. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Rice again, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye. Peace. Bye. Let's go, boys. End of the